Right.
Oh, you guys got to hear this. The dulcet tunes. Oh, you guys got to hear this. Oh, whoops. The dulcet tunes. Oh, you guys got to hear this. Oh, God. Oh, whoops. The dulcet tune. There you go. Doesn't that just get you so fucking rock hard? Just me?
You know, I think we have different ideas of what gets someone rock hard. You know, I think it's just different.
I don't know. This is pretty good. I think this is pretty cheeky, baby.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make you want to go fucking rob a bank? With your
I don't think it does.
genitals out?
Well, I mean, yeah. But what doesn't?
Does this make you want to fucking slap a monkey in its face?
Okay, I will say your pointer has to be over the actual profile to be able to scroll up and down.
Yes, it does.
That is something I just realized.
Our mic is live, by the way. Hunty Boy, thank you so much for the sub.
We're figuring this out.
We're figuring it
because
out.
The browser of Tinder is a fucking
well, it's not
nightmare.
made for a web browser anyways. I mean, that's a big part of it.
It's not made for web browsers.
Yeah, imagine just opening your web
baby.
browser and
Swiping.
swiping.
I have a little swipe. Oh, God.
Swiping with my keyboard.
Tenacious Steve, she's a man, baby. Thank you. _Silas with the hey. Thank you for a lot of reasons
Hey, Silas.
for this going on tonight. It's going to be fun, guys.
Man, we're starting off with a hotsy totsy.
Yeah, I hope.
We got some
Man,
hotsy totsies in here.
I mean, yeah, we got some sexy motherfuckers in this review here.
Maybe,
you guys-
maybe there'll be some love connections just through this.
Emmy, she's a man, baby. I hope you win one. I bet you fucking hate hearing that every time. Don't slap me. Don't slap me on stage. Thank you, Emmy. Greatly appreciate it.
STRYX official. Is it hot in here? Do I have to take off all of my clothes? No, it's just because this song is making me dry, Holden.
What
This
are you
is
talking
not
about?
sexy
What's
music,
sexy for
Holden.
you? What's sexy for you?
Not this.
All right, let me
This
try.
is making me dry, and I gotta look over here at the profiles to make me all weak.
All right, let me. You want something a
Yes,
little more?
thank you, Pippino. Kim Petras. Almost anything.
Yeah, is this getting your fucking throat wet?
I will say my throat is more wet than what you were playing.
Yeah.
This is royalty-free rock and roll music.
Oh, wow. Dun, 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 dun.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's time to rate your dating profile.
It's generic rock and roll music, everyone. Who's ready to get horny? Thank you, Emmy. Love you, Emmy.
Hell yeah, dude. Jaggy's super hot, and we're whatever, I guess. But I'm wearing my flower shirt, and it's too tight for me. And I kind of want to button like unbutton the bottom half of it.
You can unbutton the bottom half.
Yeah, man,
but
it's a
no one
party.
will know.
Party down below.
I'm so excited, guys. This is a first run of this. I hope we can even do more of these in the future. We got enough already to, I think, do more than one. We're going to go for a couple hours. And, you know, it's hard out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a fucking day-to-day motherfucking thug like me. You know what I'm saying? You flip them upside down. You try to eat them, but that ain't...
This is why Holden is not doing this on his own.
Jackie, take it away.
Can you imagine Holden doing this on his own?
Jackie, take it away. What do you want to say?
I think that I feel like up top, can we just say we all had to be like, hello, my partner. I am signing up for Tinder right now. I have to sign up for Tinder for this. I just want you to be aware. But we have to do it. But it is, I mean, I was telling MJ and Holden a little bit earlier that I was told by my doctor today that I don't have enough vitamin D in my life.
And they were like, you mean a vitamin D? Swipe right. Swipe right on my dick.
I am horny as shit. I
Hell
need
yeah.
to get out in the sun, but I am here not in the sun instead.
Yeah, for sure. Stay out of the sun. It's bad for you. They say don't even get 15 minutes a day because it makes you depressed. MJ. Well, I mean, let's all talk about our personal experience with dating and specifically
With dating apps.
and specifically online dating. I don't know if we all went through it. Jackie and I had an interesting, and maybe that's why I love doing this kind of thing. Like Jackie and I found this organically on our Friday stream like forever ago. We just started looking at people's Tinder profiles.
Before we get into this, we need to talk about STRYX and what's happening.
Holy
with STRYX.
Lord, how dare I? STRYX Cosmetics
How dare
for
you?
dudes.
This is sponsored by STRYX and all people that have skin.
Yeah, it is actually here. Let me actually pop this up. Man, baby,
Way to
thank you,
make it
Graver
sound
Raver.
a little bit like Hannibal Lecter Buffalo Billy, Jackie.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
All
and he
people
loves
have
skins.
skin.
I mean, if you are wearing a skin suit made out of someone else, don't you got to keep it moisturized? Or else, what the hell's gonna happen? It's gonna get all
More than
crusty.
ever.
I know. I love.
Gonna wanna.
Of course, Silence of the Lambs, making trans people into monsters every day.
I say it's
corn
fine.
dog.
It's still a goddamn good movie, but yeah. All
Slime
right.
gang, but what if I don't have skin? What can STRYX do for me? I think it could turn you into a Cenobite. Because if you don't have skin, you're just like, you just put the pimple patches over some of your like oozing wounds.
Right.
Maybe that will help.
I just watched American Werewolf in London, and like as soon as you did that movement, I thought of the when the fucking corpse comes back and talks to him, and he's only a jaw left.
Yeah.
And
slipping on socks. What was I going to say?
You'll look like with STRYX. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You'll look great.
And you're going to look really good if you submitted a dating profile and we go over it tonight, because you're going to get this incredibly good value situation here. Is that how I phrase things? Sure. I've been up since 7. This is the perfect skin kit you're going to go home with if we review your profile on this stream tonight. The people who submitted to page7.love, we're talking to you. We're going to prioritize people who are actually watching tonight who submitted. But if we get through yours, you'll be able to get one of these for free. Look at this, $92 I mean, it's ridiculous. It's $100 scenario.
They're
perfect skin
giving
kit.
a lot of stuff away today. And
So some would
everyone
say
who
they're
submitted-
tanking the business by how much they're giving away. Both in this stream and
that's
just
what if this tanks STRYX after they've been on Shark Tank, after they're like in many targets throughout the country. I don't know what to say.
Also, I say you purchase a STRYX tank, and I'm talking about a military vehicle, and you start driving around. You put STRYX logo on it. You start
Graver
shooting
Raver,
product.
I won't
at
hear
people.
it, Graver Raver. I'm too ugly for Tinder. Hell no. Have you been on Tinder?
No, yeah, there's a
Ain't
bunch
nobody
of
too ugly
filthy
for
dogs
Tinder.
on there, and they get
There's
their
so many, and everybody can get laid.
yeah, they get wiener play, they get doggy, they do reverse cowgirl, they do all the positions via Tinder. I mean, it's amazing. So you'll get this perfect skin kit. _Silas in chat is helping us out, as well as Emmy.
And also STRYX official.
Yeah, and STRYX and Silas, how are we working this out? Are you going to DM them through Twitch if we use their profile? Just be loud if we're using your profile. Take a break from dating apps, but I'm here for y'all. Hell yeah, Biotic, Mayberry. But this is such a good. I love these. Are like my favorite things that I use from them. Tinted moisturizer's great, cleanser, concealer, the pimple patches alone, and the anti-shine. I'm a sweaty boy. This is all really great stuff. So check it out. Drew Tattoos live show if you're talking about the Page 7 Wizard Bruiser tour, they're going on sale next week, but accidentally Dallas ended up going on sale early. So if you just want to Google Page 7 Wizard Bruiser Dallas, you can go ahead and get a ticket. That was totally an error, and they're already on sale, so have at it. All right. So anyways, this is what we're offering. Let's get back to it real quick because we have so many to get through. But I just want to say, Jag and I had like a crazy whirlwind of a time on OkCupid. Yes, we're old. We were OkCupid people.
Same.
And so same with MJ.
I also came back,
Yeah.
but I also came back around and I also did Tinder and I did Hinge. And
Oh, you did?
In LA,
and I
right?
did in LA, and then I did the bagel one. What's the bagel one?
Yeah,
Everyone
baby.
has a bagel.
I kept calling it too many fish, but thank you, Graver Raver, for the gifted sub.
Coffee meets bagel. Thank you, _.
What was that one?
Coffee Meets Bagel. It's another one of those ones.
Is that like
I think that
Indian
it
and
was- I think
Jewish? What is that
No,
one?
no. I think that one was that like the only women could reach out first.
Oh,
I thought
Like,
that was
okay.
hated it.
Bumble. Bumble was like
That's
Bumble is like
Not
we're
enough
for women.
bagels.
I hated that because I always reached out first anyway, but we'll get into that.
Well, there's that new. You got to get on that new
conservative.
conservative dating site. Apparently, only men have signed up. They can't find any women to join it. But
So
anyways,
I did Bumble because I was annoyed that not enough people started a conversation, and we're going to talk about this tonight.
Lots of people in the chat. Like we're hearing all these success stories. Look, and I actually know a lot of success stories of people who are married and with kids from either Tinder, Bumble. Like at this point, online dating. I remember in like 2012. We knew somebody who was like in a successful relationship from OkCupid, and it was a novelty back then.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Tresilas met his fiance on Grindr. That's amazing.
There you go.
That is incredible. Of course. Was it just going to be a hookup? No shit. It's fucking Grindr. I think the name itself is like essentially tells it all. I wish I could be gay just to use Grindr, because it just seems like you really just get to have sex on that via that.
But so does Tinder. I mean,
That's the thing too.
Tinder is like.
Tinder's...
I had many a night that I would just be sitting at Henry's when I lived with Henry.
Right.
And it'd be like, I literally need to be anywhere. And I'd swipe right until someone was like, want to meet up? And we're like, yep.
Yeah,
And we would have sex. And then I would come back after Henry and Natalie went to sleep.
So that brings up a good point. If you're watching, especially, I love this. Kate Alvarez, I met my baby daddy on Tinder 3 years ago, having his child next month. That's amazing. So, also, we want to definitely ask what your intentions are, because I think I'm going to give different feedback if you're trying to get it in versus if you're actually trying to like date and be with somebody, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I fared pretty well. I mean, I didn't do anything like what Jackie did, and I'm very interested to hear about MJ's before we get into it. I definitely went on some good dates. I feel like for me, it helped me just get back into dating after a long relationship. I felt really rusty, and it just forced me into sitting down and hanging out with people until I was ready. There was like dating training wheels. And then once I was ready, I let the training wheels go. I got off of OkCupid and then was able to just like meet ladies and get numbers and get my fucking D slobbed on. But
so Lexi is not a app.
No, she was coming to Murderfish shows, and I met her that way. And but it's easier for us people who perform live regularly.
World of Warcraft actually is nice to meet future relationships. I know of a kid that exists because his parents met there.
I love it.
It really isn't. And like, there's so many different places that you can find,
right?
But it depends on what you're looking for, like you said, Holden.
And so, I mean, I don't even want to ask Jackie, because it was just, I mean, honestly, she received a lot of trauma through her experiences at OkCupid. It was just a kind of a nightmare of horrors.
That was that chunk of dating apps. The second chunk of dating apps was much
more datey,
was more datey,
right? Then the first, which I describe as a house of 1,000 corpses, I believe is what I would describe your dating.
So here's the evolution of Jackie's dating app history. I started looking, and with OkCupid, I was like, I want to get laid as much and as often and by the weirdest people I can find. And if I looked at someone's profile and I was like, what the fuck? I would be like, hey, what's up? Let's go have a weird experience together. Most of those times, very, very traumatizing. I have many horrible experiences from it. But I will say I was going into it looking for, sounds super healthy, _. I was looking for the weirdest ones that I could find, because I was like, everybody's boring. I want someone that's got a story. And
right. Rob Gallo was her time she went on a date with a wrestler. It was a lot of stuff going on with all of that.
Yeah, there was a date with the wrestler.
Right.
There was the guy that whose father was he was a professor because he had said he'd been abducted over like.
All right, I don't want to hear any more about this. MJ, how was your?
No, I'm talking about the second part. The second part of it.
The man with the cane. What do you mean?
Dating. The man with the cane was real life. I met him in real life.
Oh, okay. All right.
The man that looked like Mr. Peanut was someone I actually met in real life.
Right.
The other one.
Why are we doing? We have no qualification for this.
I was gonna say this is absolutely getting Jackie and Holden to give you feedback, and me who's been coupled since 2012. Yeah, it's obviously worked for you.
I got laid a lot.
Yeah.
In a way. Oh yes, Slutty Change. That was the monocle guy. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. The second time around, I wasn't looking for just the weirdest people, and I did like go on dates with people, and that was pretty great. See, I'm well rounded.
All right, we MJ.
I'm fit.
MJ, what do you? Because oh yeah, this is your.
MJ, I'm glad you're here. But, I mean, okay.
It was really an eat, pray, love for Jackie, but it was all dick. All right, MJ, but please, Julia Roberts over here is at her time. What would you say?
Yeah, there was a tiki bar guy. STRYX, yes.
Yeah, I can't.
I got laid a lot.
Everyone in chat is like, what about, don't forget about this
What about
guy.
this guy? What about that guy? All right, MJ. What about you? I'm guessing yours is a little bit less disturbing and, you
Yeah,
know.
mine was pretty normal. I feel like I'm surprised to hear you, Holden, say that it was like good practice for in-person dating, because
Yeah.
I feel like my practice for OkCupid dates was to be like, oh my God, this is going to suck hard. I better get hammered, you know? So I was like, I feel like I was the disappointment for probably most of, you know, because I was just like, this is going to fucking suck. And then they were hammered, you know, everyone was hammered.
Don't you ever say that about yourself. You are never a disappointment to anyone.
Just showing up visibly hammered though, but then they were too. And so most of my OkCupid experience was just being like, oh, I thought maybe you'd be hot based on your picture, and then you weren't hot at all in real life. But then I had a whole stand-up bit about this one guy who did seem super hot, and then not in person, but in like OkCupid chatting, he said, "You're cute. You make my penis stand up and say, aw." But like AWWWW, not AHHHH.
So his penis is hard, but he says, "Oh."
I also, by the way, I also used an experience from OkCupid too. Actually, but dating this one girl, but the one of them, one of the girls talked about how fiber was making her shit a lot better, and then she sent me a video compilation of her shits. But you didn't see the shitting; you just saw kind of like panties around ankles essentially, and then just like you know, you would hear it. It is what it is. It's a wild world out there.
Christ, I thought that I had like a slightly, and now
I loved it. I thought it was great. She actually she decided not to go on an actual date. I was like, let's do this. You're crazy. This is nuts. It wasn't a horny thing either.
Wait, was she trolling you and
no, I don't know. Maybe
it
wasn't it wasn't even a sex. Like, I promise. I know it sounds like it, but it was just like okay. Anyways, all right. I think we have so much to go through, so let's get into it.
Oh yeah, Rob Gallup, thank you. Hammer Gets It had her fun on OkCupid. Greatest name of all time.
Yes, Hammer Gets It.
My
OkCupid is Chance in chat. CHANTZ is Chance in chat. Are you here? We also have is Hunty Boy in chat. Hunty Boy is definitely in chat. Should we start? Can we start with you, Hunty Boy? I think we may have to if we don't have Chance. I mean, I guess I have Chance ready to go. Maybe we'll just maybe it's actually better we have someone who's like not here, right? Because we can. It might. So let's just start with Chance, who's already here.
So we're starting with Chance.
All right, and Chance is down for some romance.
Chance is here.
Chance is here, Mr. Chancey. Great. All right, Hunty Boy, right. You'll be next. Okay, so here we go. Here we have it. Everybody can see. All right, perfect. Chance 33. I know I had to do it to him. It says vaccinated. Okay, that's interesting. You can put a little patch there. That's good. And first, let's just.
Can I just say, Chance? I want you to know that you were the first one that I pulled up even before we started doing the show, and I went, "Mamma mia."
Yeah,
just
it's
to
true.
Myself.
Can confirm.
So I just need you to know.
Yeah, she wanted that big dirty, and I really appreciate that already.
I did say Mamma mia.
So let's do the pictures real quick. Man, baby, Mr. Chancey with the sub, thank you, or the gifted
respectfully,
sub.
Carl Satan, thank you. Chance can get it respectfully.
Yeah,
I'd swipe. We got lots of I'd swipe.
I mean, kind of looks a little like your fiance. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna say there's big goth daddy vibes coming.
Yeah,
from Chance.
major goth daddy vibes.
You are talking to a horny woman right now.
Right.
I'm a horny woman with a type.
All right, we're gonna come back to the pictures, but I just kind of want to show off these pictures. Oh, I really like that one. That's a really good one. And
Oh, and a
ooh,
kitty. We always love a
that's
kitty.
interesting. Do you guys see this right now? That's the final pad. I'm interested in what this is all about. First of all, Chance, what's your intention with the websites that help? Chance says, just go nuts. What's your intention? Are you trying to get it in, or are you trying to get more of a romantic, connection, a longer term thing? We've got Sign Painter at New Art Signs. I'm sorry, Jackie's doing the panting right now.
Synth Pop Goblin says, Holden, relax. He's cleaning the bottom of the pottery.
Oh, right. Well, it really thinks it's a bit suggestive, though, wouldn't you say? It's a bit suggestive.
I mean, we all started screaming when we saw it, but maybe other people aren't like us.
All right. Honestly, I think the pictures are your strongest point, but I think we can definitely work on this profile here. Chance says, let's just get it in. He's just trying to get it in. All right. That really helps, actually. He really just is. It's a lusty scenario right now. Okay. We're not really trying to
You're
find.
off to a great start.
Yeah. Not looking for love. Off to a great start with the pictures. We'll come back to the pictures. Okay. Roll for initiative. So already, do you guys get that? Do you guys?
I think that what we should do is read through it.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about it.
Talk
Okay.
about it.
Roll for initiative. I'm well aware I look fucking rough. I'm sorry. Ooh, not. All right, we'll get back to it.
We're gonna talk about it.
Get fucked if you think vaccines are
I keep it.
I don't know.
like
A bit aggressive. I've been told I'm not terrible in the kitchen. Kind of dumb. Anime, Star Trek, pottery videos. Just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends. If you're lucky, maybe I'll tell my therapist.
Chance, I gotta say, I would swipe right.
Yeah, this is for Jackie for sure. This is so for me. This is so.
But this
good.
is part of the. But this is why we're here, because we've got chaotic evil, we've got neutral evil, we've got all of
fucking so funny, here. Chance. It is making me laugh a lot, but I might be a bit aggressive. Just want to do it. If you're lucky to be there, a dumpster fire with skin can make you a pipe if you've got the reefer madness. Obviously 420 friendly, definitely an introvert. His name is Ted. Hail yourself. Great. We were just talking about how hail yourself is a good little way to be like, do you get it? But it's not gonna, he's a Cancer.
We talked about this earlier. I feel like hail yourself as someone that, like, we're all LPN people here. We're all fans of LPN. I love the hail yourself in a profile. It is a great nod of like, if you get it, you get it. And also then you're like-minded individuals. I always love the hail yourself.
I love you can add my anthem to it. It reminds me of MySpace. Tinder's like the new MySpace. Passions, cooking, art, anime, mental health awareness, LGBTQ plus rights. And then there's the Insta thing. I mean, I think we just got to leave that be. That's so interesting, though, that you can link your Insta as well. I feel like I would be like,
yeah, that's nice. I like that because you can actually get a much better sense of who a person is because people aren't on Insta just to date.
Right,
and so it's like you see a little bit of a different version of themselves.
So I'm going to lead with this for sure, right? I'm going to lead with definitely, it doesn't have to be the first picture, but we definitely always need a full body shot, an honest full body shot. And I just think that one of the biggest issues we have with online dating is like this kind of deception shit going on where we like sort of we try, there's whenever I see someone, it's only pictures from above, right up close kind of thing. I'm like immediate red flags, right? You just want to definitely get that off. You do that, by the way, in this, so I'm not really calling you out on this, but I'm just trying to like say, essentially, what do you want? Do you want to definitely get the date, or do you want to like maybe lose some dates because of like some pictures, or do you want to see that look when you walk in the bar? I've gotten it before. I got it on online dating profile. When you walk into the bar, that look of disappointment that MJ probably gave many people when they were hammered too. Well, you said you were like they weren't what they gave off.
Yes.
I think that's like a weird issue that we have.
No,
like,
it's true, and it's not about like the shape of your body. It's about your whole face. It's about everything.
Just the
like,
whole
if you have
thing.
like a cool artsy,
Everything.
like because I think it's good to have both, right? Because if you have like the cool, like Chance has the cool artsy photo where it's like dark and it's at an angle and he looks hot, and that's great. But you do also want like a here is what you're getting, because if you only get like dark, shadowy bar photos. Right. Then you see the person and, in a way, I think part of what I was describing, that phenomenon, even with a really honest or whatever, clear, full body picture. It might just be like you walk in and you're like, I just don't feel it in real life. But I
Right.
agree with you, Holden, that like a variety and including like a fairly straightforward picture, especially the cat one, is perfect.
Yeah, I
because it's
love the
like-
cat one. And my first note was going to be, I don't think it's a great lead photo. I don't necessarily hate it in your photos. I don't know if I might cut it.
Oh,
maybe.
I like it.
You
Yeah,
like
I like
it?
it. I have.
I
yeah.
love that first photo. I think is great. I think it's the, like, because I think what goes hand in hand is the disparaging comments about yourself, and then the second picture being a set, like obviously like upset about something.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
love
what is the
this
second-
one either. I don't love
What's
this
the
one
second
either.
picture?
The second picture is this one in the bathroom with the shitty shirt. I think I would maybe cut this one. I get it. You're kind of showing off, I'm a shop guy. I'm like a dirty bathroom man. I'll
Which
put
I love a dirty
I'll rail
bathroom
on
man.
you
Don't
on
get
top
me
of a
started.
urinal guy kind of
Edit
thing.
down your profile, your bio, but keep I'm a dirty bathroom man.
I'm a dirty bathroom man. Yeah, I think you should put in. I love this picture with the pottery. This is right, or am I wrong? I think this one's great.
Yes.
Number 3, keep. Yeah, agreed. Right, Slime. I think so. And then this is I would lead with either this one or the fucking the one with you. I think maybe the one with you holding the cat. It's really cute. It maybe doesn't give off as much you as I feel like the other pictures give off. So maybe you're right about that.
Especially seeing you getting all dirty with that pottery.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
please.
I would say put pottery number 1.
I think
cat
pottery
number-
should be.
this
I
one,
think
yeah,
this picture
number
should be
1.
number 1 personally. But
And then
Jackie,
cat number
do you
2.
disagree? You think this first one should be the first? There's something about it. I don't know. I think
You
it's not
think
a
the cat-
flattering
I feel like
angle. It's I don't know. There's really I love the warmth of his face in this one, but I don't know. I waver a little
Cats
bit.
are going to be very divisive on this because to me, a man with a cat is very, very, very attractive.
Right.
And so to me, if you have a cat, you have already have like 50 bonus points, but it is divisive. Some people don't like cats, and then you probably don't want to be with those people, but some people
Yeah,
might be like,
at the
really,
same
a cat
time.
for your first photo. So whatever, like I think put the cat in there because just like Hail, I think the cat's doing the same thing as Hail Yourself. Like this is something that is meaningful to me.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
this
The
picture.
only thing about that
Mhm,
is
mhm.
that I feel that it doesn't show, like you were talking about, he's like a sexy, dirty shop dude.
Right,
Like,
right.
Always work like I don't feel that immediately conveys who Chance
I'm
is.
getting that.
Oh, interesting. Mr. Chansey says
MJ getting hot.
All right. Get it off of you. Get it off of you. Wow, you just did something there, Mr. Chansey. Mr. Chansey also said I turned on the smart photos. It picks the quote best one first. Okay, so there's your there you go. Then we were right. That you need to shuffle up because the first picture is gonna go a long way, right? I mean, that is really going to bring people in. What do you think? Do you think it should be this picture? What do you think, Jackie, should be the first picture? I feel like you have a different approach with this guy. Like, I'm not actually attracted to the man, and I think in the same or like understanding of kind of the draw and the way that you do, Jackie, with your, I'm just gonna call it filthy lust. So, what would you go with? For this,
I think that first photo should remain your first photo because especially
Really?
how you have the shirt opened and it kind of opens on your broad chest, and how the shirt hugs your shoulder, and the fact that it shows the pottery, and the fact that like I just feel like you look like a doer. And that you look like someone that actually is like made that. Like I look at that picture, I'm like, oh, that dude make that. I think get rid of the second picture.
get rid of the second
I think-
picture,
Keep the third picture.
I
I say honestly,
keep
get
the
rid
third
of the
picture.
fourth picture.
huh?
I say get rid of the fourth picture.
You think this picture? I think this is one of the best pictures. Why do you say get rid?
No, the white V-neck is what Jackie wants to be first, right? Or no,
Yes.
the one we're looking at, the one where he's got the beard, he's holding the pot, he's got his
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
That's the first one for me.
Yeah,
That's the first picture.
Yeah.
That's what
that's
I'm.
what we want to be.
Oh, that's the first picture for you. It's different from you than me.
Oh, that's the one I want it to be. Yeah, no, that's the first picture that comes up. for
This
me.
is
Maybe
the
my
one.
Tinder just knows who I want to suck and fuck,
Interesting.
because
So
that's the picture I want first.
if you can put these in order, then great. Then I'm in agreement. I'm talking about the Sailor Moon shirt is the first picture for me for some reason.
yeah, no.
And it says,
Keep
I
that
had to
picture.
do it to him, which is bizarre as well for me. Okay, cool. So my bad. I would set.
So can you so question for the Tinder users out there, can you set, if you take off this smart photo, can you set which way it comes up first?
Yeah, what's the
Yeah, I
so
wonder.
Tinder always shuffles.
Okay, this is, by the way, I know why now. Smart picture. This is why. Because I put anime as one of my things, I believe. And so maybe it's, I don't know though, but I would say, so I would, okay, great. So we're all in agreement. Him holding the pot, that should be the first picture. Get rid of you in the bathroom. This is no bueno. Get rid of this. You in the bathroom one. It's just it's just turning me off like crazy.
There's a way to show your humor and your self-deprecation with a picture that looks good. And I think that, like, especially once
I love this picture
and you start pulling out some of the self-depreciation because
babe,
you ain't needed. And I know that is a part of your humor, and you could definitely keep an
some of it, but it's you oversell.
Because honestly, straight up, you're a very attractive man.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
it is like you don't need to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, like the self-deprecating thing, it's I like it. It's funny, but in terms of like getting dates, it's just immediately gonna dry up the canal. So we're trying to make the canal.
And my canal is deep and wet.
Right.
Because you don't want to anticipate like a conversation where you're like reassuring someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and especially if you're just trying to get it in. I mean,
especially if you're just trying to get it in.
Like, you know, then it really, okay, so I love you with the pottery right here is fucking a great picture. And I feel like sells this. I don't know about this.
Looking at your thing.
I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think it'll be good when we're like specifically breaking things apart, probably just to look at my Twitch stream. And then when we're when we're just looking at it in general, it's good to look at their own thing. All right. So I don't know about this picture. What do you think about this picture?
See, I think that this is a way to keep in your sense of humor because it says, do not touch, and not only will this kill you, will hurt the whole time you're dying. And I think that that's how you keep it in.
I like it.
I think
and it's cute. Yeah. You've got like a
that one's my
cute,
fave, to be honest.
Face, like have a face close up that's also funny,
cool.
but flattering. Yeah.
All right, cool. Love it. I was like in the middle. I really like this picture. I kind of wish you were almost standing in it, or we could see your full, because this is kind of our full body shot that I was talking about, but it's so far away. I'm wondering if we could like crop in a little bit, or if there's another photo from this set where you're like standing or something like that. But I think I like this one though. I like it's like a little again.
Literally, if you were standing up, I would say keep it.
Yeah.
So you could see your entire body.
Yeah,
and you could see you also, like, especially like I get not wanting to include your height. I don't think that is something that is necessary in any way, shape, or form. But if you are standing up next to something, someone can at least generally see aboutish how tall you are. If you are standing next to something that people know the height of.
Also, Mr. Chansey says, I'm just trying to be honest with him. I can be a bit brutal myself for a bit. So that's why I'm saying keep some of it. It's just a bit heavy-handed, right? Like I think keep a little of it because I want you to give that off, but it's a lot, so we want to like pull back a little bit.
You seem very cool and very interesting. You've got great hobbies. You've got like I'm not to say it, but it's like on paper you are outstanding.
Yeah. I feel like
this just needs to be tweaked a little.
I feel like most women, especially women like Jackie, will want to wrestle your Johnson like it's an alligator. So I just, all you have to do is kind of make some tweaks and you're going to be good to go.
I had to sign up for Tinder. STRYX made me sign up for Tinder.
You think
like
keep?
It.
What says keep to you on this one? Interesting. Is this be another one I put on the chopping block?
I don't know. I think it's flattering. I think it's cute and.
You love a broody.
Yeah, I'm a broody boy, like a dark broody.
Right. This is so
and
now
there's a cat. And
I feel like
a cat again. It shows the commitment to the cat.
So I feel like you're getting little tastes of each of what and I like how it's different it is, but this is going to maybe guide you in terms of what type you want as well, because I feel like what Jackie is really into is different from what MJ is really into, is different from what Holden is really into, right? So to me, I'd be like, I don't know if you need this weird angle feel like, it has the cat, of course, but I think that this is the better cat picture. I really like this picture. I think this definitely stays maybe number 3 is what I'm thinking. It's like number 1, that one with you holding the pot. Number 2, you really getting on the pottery nipple, as Dottie Champagne refers, and then this one I would say almost maybe a full body shot number 3. This one number 4. What do we think about this GIF?
I'm obsessed.
This is a Jackie. This is a Jackie versus Holden versus MJ thing. If I saw this, as
Mr. Jancy says, "I hate the GIF." He hates the GIF. Why do you have the
GIF? Why is it there?
Why
It
is
must
it there?
stay. I like the GIF. I like it. I love.
All right,
the
why do
GIF.
you like? I need a why.
I
I need more. I need a why
Yeah,
on this.
You go first, Jackie.
I think that it shows, honestly, if you think about it, as something that I love about being with an artist is how gentle I think that it shows off that you can be gentle, and that obviously if you are an artist specifically in pottery, like, you are obviously good with your hands, but I think that this is a great way of being like, I can be gentle and really soft with my hands without saying it.
And also, it's saying, "I'm here to get it in," and I think if you're here to get
it's
it in,
different than if you were just like sanding something down. Like, it's not. I am a horny person, so I see this and I'm sploosh, but not everybody splooshes. So, and then it just shows, like, no, the care you take with your work, you and your work environment. I think that's really fucking cool.
Right. We also haven't really asked Chansey, how much luck have you had going into this? Like, I'm guessing not a lot, because you're kind of like, just go nuts. I'm not really, you're also kind of playing the, like, I don't really give a fuck game, which is fine. If that's kind of a protective thing, I feel like, a little bit. But also, I get it. So are you are you getting a lot of matches? Are you?
Well, Ash, you're right. If you want to get it in, this is the best pick.
Yeah, I think this
is true. That's true.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I would
think
just
the only con of this is like that. A potential con is like it's just like a little bit like, I can find the clit, you know what I mean? Like, it's maybe it's not, but if you want to read it that way,
right,
it might be like,
well, also this pottery
like,
one,
okay, I get it.
This pottery nipple one, I mean, is fantastic. Absolutely fuck all, but I do live in a tourist town and it's not summer anymore. All right, cool. All right.
God.
So but still, if you're not getting shit, then that is a sign you got to switch it up. So I hope you're hearing our notes. I would get rid of this one. Do you want to keep this one with him with I had to do it to him, the Sailor Moon one, or is this right? I think
keep that in. I think it's cute, and I think it's like it also shows more of his body. I think it shows like the nerdy cute side.
Right.
I
just don't lead with it. And it shows a warmth. It shows a warmth we're not getting from some of the other ones. It shows like I'm a sweetheart too, a little bit.
Yeah, you look like a big.
I know how to
gentle giant.
Stimulate your nipple, or I know how to softly rub your clitoral area.
I'm just over here watching the fucking.
Yeah, I retract. At first, to be honest, my first reaction to the rubbing thing was like, oh, okay, I get it. But upon hearing your guys's like takes, I actually think do keep it in.
I agree with the Sailor Moon shirt being
Chance,
good too.
If I'm making you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh no, I think
I'm
he's
coming
fine.
in hot.
My only thing is I wouldn't lead with it, and then I'm gonna go ahead for the precursor for the bio. You already have the vaccinated sticker. I don't think you need anything else. I think that says it all. I don't think you need to say anything about being vaccinated, especially the way you say being vaccinated. All right, let's get into the profile. I know we got to probably keep it moving here, but let's keep it going. Roll for initiative. What do you think about leading with that? I mean, I get it. Sometimes I feel like with guys, yes, we want to find a lady we can like play tabletop games with and like play video games with and watch anime with, right? But sometimes leading with it, I don't know. I go back and forth on that. I personally, if I'm doing a dating profile, I want to have a little bit of that in there for sure. But I feel like, it's the same thing with ladies' profiles with going on bike rides. It's a dime a dozen. We get it. You're a dude. You like tabletop RPGs. You know what I mean? You like anime. You like video games, right? I think it's good.
It's cute. I like it.
You like opening with it? What about you, MJ?
Yeah. I think it's fine. As a non-nerd I'm a nerd in other ways, but as a that type of nerd who's with a nerd like that, like I don't care about it, but I do find it like endearing about him, you know? So I think that it's fine. I don't think it's a turn off.
You know what's
for
funny?
anybody who doesn't care.
I think I'm dating myself a little bit too, and I'm not talking about in the like if I were to break up with Lexi. I'm saying I'm dating myself in the sense of I think back in the day, playing video games, watching anime, and playing tabletop games had much more of a stigma to it.
Yeah,
I always
and
say-
now it's different.
And also, Manic Chaos is right. Not every dude or male identifying individual likes tabletop games.
I mean, that's
but,
true.
But it's changed. I think Holden's point is like it used to be that those guys,
Yes,
those people felt really ostracized.
Well,
and now it's like a whole culture. That
I always say that the video game thing is a little triggering with most women seem to date a guy in college who like they would show up because he said he was going to take her on a date, and then he'd be like, no, we're just playing Grand Theft Auto all night. What are you talking
but
about?
some people would love that.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
like
you know what I mean? They were like,
Yeah,
a
but I
date-
hear you.
you know what I mean? Where they'd be like, what do you mean? I'm playing Madden with my boys. Oh, yeah, I guess I said I'd take you. You know what I mean? Like, there's this weird stigma a little bit of, so yeah, let them know who you are. And I get all the references since Slime Boy F is a DM. I would definitely feel intimidated. Like, I have to play 2 in order to talk to you, especially since it's the first reference. I just think maybe leading with it, but
Yeah,
up for
I agree
debate.
with you, Holden. You've convinced me. Like, I don't think it does any harm, but leading with it, maybe put it down further.
so
Let's
what
Right.
do you leave? What do you leave?
Right.
I wouldn't lead with this, definitely. I'm well aware I look fucking rough. I'm sorry. Get rid of that absolutely
100%
immediately.
out. All of it.
Absolutely.
Especially, I'm sorry. Do not ever
Yes.
apologize in your dating
No.
That's almost as bad as writing rules at the beginning of your profile. First of all, no smokers. Second of all, no. You know what I mean? That's like the worst, right? That's my least favorite opening for a dating profile. Shocking how much
Yeah.
it happens. But I would say, if anything, how would we change this? That's probably more productive, right?
Also, Skunk Baby, you're right. Delete that from your mind. As
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
seriously.
Delete it from
the
your mind.
Kinda dumb, you know. It is like
Yeah.
Because
I-
rough
I
around the
would also
edges
just-
is hot. That's the hottest thing about you to Jackie, right, Jackie?
Yeah. Yes. Agree.
I also think that, like, again, self-depreciating humor is fun in real life, but when you read it, it doesn't read the same way.
Yes.
I definitely would be put off by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because there's too many references to how you feel about yourself, and that is a turnoff.
Right.
I honestly
Right.
think that you could lead with the "can make you a pipe if you've got reefer Matt." Like, it's like I like
Yes.
the idea of you being like, I'm an artist, like, let me make you something. Get rid of dumpster fire with skin. I
Yeah.
think that, like,
Yeah, get rid of that.
Get rid of that. I
And-
do. I think Amber's 91 said rough around the edges. Just
It's
that.
great. Yeah,
That's
rough around the
real
edges.
I
sexy.
love rough around.
That's
the
your
edges.
lead.
Sexy,
That's your lead, because I wouldn't
yes.
lead with a weed thing. Is it makes you, because I feel like when you lead with weed, it's like, oh, weed's my personality, and that's a turn off for a
Depends
lot
on
of
how
people.
much of a stoner you are.
I mean, I guess that's
smoke
true.
weed every day, and I
Sure.
like to know how much weed. But so if you are
Yeah.
though higher up on the thing,
Right.
because like that's something that as a stoner I want to know.
Right. You're
someone
giving
else is
off
a stoner or
signals,
not.
and it's like, yeah, hail yourself, cat, weed, like all of these. So just decide kind of what order you want to give those signals in, but definitely don't give the signal that you don't like yourself. Because even if Jackie's totally right that in person being self-deprecating can be charming.
Yeah.
A little bit. You don't want to be, but on paper, there's no other charm there to carry it through, you know, so save it for the first date. But even then also try to exude as much love for yourself as you can.
Real quick side note too, just a quick edit. Get rid of obviously 420 friendly, because that's the great thing about your smart first comment with "can make you a pipe if you've got the reefer madness." Then we know, right? We're good, right? We
Yeah.
don't need obviously 420 friendly, because like that's gonna tell us, right? I think the more playful, fun way of wording things, especially even with like roll for initiative. It's like it tells me about you, but it's in a more creative way, so I don't need to hear verbatim 420 friendly.
But I would
Yep.
say actually can make you a pipe if you've got the reefer madness and want to join me is how you change that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because you've
yes,
got the
yeah.
reefer madness, because that also could be like, if you've got it, I don't necessarily have it. But
Yeah.
if you've
okay.
got it, I can make this.
Yeah.
for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I
wanna
agree,
join me.
Jackie. Yeah.
Or can make you a
If
pipe
you smoke
if you've got
weed.
the reefer madness. I'll join. I'll even join, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like keeping definitely an introvert.
Sure.
I like his name is Ted. I like hail yourself.
Yeah, I like that.
Shorten it
Yep.
up. I think
Yeah.
you pull out the stuff that we're
The
talking
others-
about, the
yeah.
self-deprecating stuff, and keep the rest of it the way it is. I feel like your pictures do such a good job of telling the kind of things that you like to do. And also, I forgot to say earlier with your pictures, including a picture of, I think personally, I enjoy seeing at least one picture of you with your bros, you with your
Sure.
people doing
What-
something fun.
How do people feel about that? Because people have differing opinions on
Yeah.
photos
If you
with
know
like other
what the
people.
person looks like. I think if you and if it's not just another, if you're looking for women, if it's not just you with one person,
Yeah, you
I'm
with
talking
one
about a
woman, or
fun
you
picture.
with. I'm completely anti-group photos, says Synth Pop Goblin. It just can't be the first one. Yeah, it should never be the first one for sure.
No,
Really,
never
Paper
the
Wallflower.
first
I was
one.
thinking that's a good one to keep. In fact, we should go through and like what to keep, what not, and then we got to move on to the next one. I like a group pic, especially because a group pic can often be your full body shot. And I still don't feel like I like that one picture of you in that like warehouse room with the equipment, but it's still so far away and you're crouching. I still want that like full body shot. I'm not really
full
getting
body
it.
shot.
But I will say, yeah, kind of dumb. Anime Star Trek pottery videos. You said cut Paper Wallflower, maybe take it out. You can see that in the photos. I get that. I'm not. That's my least against one. I think. I don't know about just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends. That kind of is a red flaggy phrase to me a little bit. Like even if it's true, right? Or no? Is that good for you guys?
I mean, I like it, but I think
I'm
it
a
just
Hold
depends
Steady
on the
fan, so to
person.
me, it's a Hold Steady.
Okay, it's a
like,
Hold Steady
I
reference.
don't know if it's a Hold Steady reference for Chansey, but to me, I like it. But
Okay.
That's the thing. That's why, like, I get if you say no, because I enjoy it, but I also, again, like someone that likes to do hood rat shit.
If you're lucky, maybe I'll tell my therapist about you.
No.
I'm so halfway on that. I think no, but it's funny.
It is really
love
funny.
it.
I just
but
wish you could be
love
this funny about how fun you are and how dope you are a little bit. Because I'm
I kinda
sorry,
like if
bro.
you're lucky,
People
maybe
like
I'll
it.
tell my therapist
All right,
about
People
it.
like it. Okay, people like it, but I would
like
definitely, I
it.
think definitely cut a dumpster fire with skin though.
Yes.
I like if you're like me,
I
I'll
like
tell my
it, so it's
therapist.
official.
Because honestly, I kind of like you saying like I'm into mental health with that a little bit, even if it's a
Yeah.
joke. Like I kind of like how.
I like honestly what STRYX official said. Just take out if you're lucky. Maybe I'll tell my therapist about you.
Yes. Yes.
Because then it's not as
Perfect.
like
Because if you're lucky, sounds neggy.
Yeah,
if you're lucky, sounds
if you're
neggy.
lucky,
So
it's a
I
little
get that.
slimy sounding.
Yes, but if you take it out, yes, then it's just
Maybe I'll
like
tell
you.
my
I have a
therapist about you.
therapist. Yes. Wow, you guys are great
I
at this.
cut a dumpster fire with skin. Cut a dumpster fire with skin. Totally, it's
Yeah.
especially in this. It's redundant at this point in this one. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. What would you add before we move on? Like, is there anything? I kind of want to know. I don't know, man. You, I know you think you suck, but like you look really cool. You're like into really cool stuff. You seem like a sweet guy, and I love your like the stuff you're into. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to get a sense of like what you do for fun, or like you know, maybe I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. What do you got? What do you guys think? How would you like zhuzh it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I don't know, it's tough. I want to
I
say,
want to
like,
know more about the cooking. He went to culinary
Yeah,
school.
how do you-
Oh.
I
yeah.
guess I can cook pretty well. I want to
Oh,
know
yeah,
more about
yeah.
the cooking.
What kind of
Yeah,
dishes would
whether
you
that's-
make? You know?
Yeah, my favorite,
you-
my favorite dish to make, or
Yeah.
I love, yeah.
We're also, by the way, just
Yes.
for a confidence booster, bro, we're getting so many people in here just being like, I would totally fucking swipe right on your ass, just even
Yeah.
based on the pictures. So if you can just
Yeah, you
tweak
got
this,
it going on, man.
if you can tweak
I think
some of
my
the
favorite dish
pictures
to
and
make, or like I'd love to make you X, Y, and Z food
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
you went
that's
to culinary
sexy.
school, and that of course, as a fatty, I'm just like, huh? What can
Mhm.
you make me? Can you cook for me?
And
That
then-
sounds great.
And then, we wife, where would you take me on a date? What would we do? I like that. What's your favorite dish to make on dates? And so people want to know what they would do with you a little bit. We're not really getting a sense of that. And I think on top of that, like more conversation starters, like your biggest one, which is one of the critiques or one of the things I almost took away was roll for initiative. That would start someone could roll a 6 in your DMs, right? If you may had a match with them, right? And then you could go from there. Like, think about that, because I think a lot of the profile is just like, how do I start a combo with this person from this profile?
Yeah, Synthpop Goblin's so right. Yeah, maybe like when we match, what can I talk with you about? Make it easy for the person to start a conversation with you. And I do think that you're giving quite a good amount to ask. Like, I can see, as someone that always sent the first message, I can see 4 or 5 things that I would ask you about with your, like, you do give, I think, a good amount of lead-ins. You could just include a couple more.
Yeah, and that's kind of a general note for all of these, right? I mean, that's,
Oh my God, it's 5:51 and we only did one.
I know, I'm immediately switching to Hunty Boy.
Godspeed, Chancey, you got this.
Godspeed, you got this, bro. You're killing it. Yeah, I mean, who knows that? You know what? I don't care. I wanna take our time as well. So it's Hunty Boy. Help me.
We can see that we're going to be doing this again.
Yeah, right.
Yes, we can.
I love this so much. I think we could do a longer one too next time. Hunty Boy says, "Help me."
The goose is in the first picture, or at least my first picture.
I love it.
Sorry, I got excited.
Help me find the queer cutie of my dreams. I put my love in your hands. Also, I'm cool with my name being out there. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Chancey. Godspeed, by the way. Thank you so much for being the first on the chopping block tonight, and I hope we helped. And please come back and let us know if you had some success from this, because then we should have our licenses taken away if nobody gets laid more because of it.
Our fuck licenses, that is.
So yeah, I'm not really sure what the lead photo thing is, because to me the lead photo is like the most important thing, and yet people are getting different photos. Upon their, so does anybody know what the deal is with that? Like, can you set a front photo or what?
Hunty, these pictures.
Oh my God! Please, Mr. Chancey, that'd be amazing. I'd love to get. Please send me a pipe. Please.
Oh my God! Please, Mr. Chancey. Good Lord.
Yeah, I want a pipe, bro.
Yes.
I'll hook you up with we'll get you the PO box or whatever. So, anyways, Tinder is picking a trash one. I can set the order. Okay. So first of all, order.
But also, I will
important.
say, Chancey, by the way, just a reminder, you will be getting the STRYX products as well. And we are going to be hitting you up for information. STRYX is going to hit you up for information. You're going to be getting that the entire swipe right package that which is gonna help. It's gonna help you out even more. So especially, it's so cute when because you and Jeff have the same amount of face to put products on, which is just like right here and right here.
I feel like this was chosen because of how much I scream about Crocs online, so the algorithm understands that I would get the Croc photo. This is probably the worst first photo.
Is the first. No, man, I
have my first photo.
Oh, foot fetish McNeely, says it JD. All right, so let's just go through these photos in no particular order. We've got the porch goose. We've got, I like that. Is so, wow, MJ is in cat heaven today.
Yes.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Is so funny.
Great. I love this picture.
Love it. Love it.
Animals.
All right.
Yes.
Full body shot. By the way, a few full body shots.
Multiple full body shots.
Yes.
I really
All
genuinely, can I just say,
yes, I love the
amazing pictures.
The devil nurse is perfect.
So good.
No notes.
So good. All right, is that the last one?
It shows so much of your personality. Shows, I love seeing the different the differing of your hair colors to also go and show that you change that up often. I love the gif. I love that back and forth. It shows so much about who you are. You show so much of who you are in these pictures.
Yeah, I love the personality coming through for sure.
Wow.
Totally.
Wow.
It's really great. And you know what? And the joy. There's a lot of joy here. It's really in contrast to the last one. There's so much playfulness. There's so much joy exuding through, which I think is a sell for sure, right?
Definitely.
So let's go into. I'm not really spending time on I guess people care about the occupation stuff. I'm spending time more about the personality coming through the pictures and the fucking profile.
Love obviously the porch goose one. I think might be my favorite picture.
All right, here's the profile. Trans mask leftist looking for romantic connection with a COVID conscious babe. Open to ENM or monogamy. Communication is key. I'm so daft. What does ENM stand for?
But then that is the question, is that do you want, I think what is actually good is that it leaves out people that don't know what it is,
Mhm.
and it is being like not being exclusive. It's like an open relationship.
Gotcha.
Ethical
Ethical
non-monogamy.
non-monogamy.
Learn stuff every day,
But-
for sure.
I think that is so. I think it's great to, because like part of me is like, oh, you should say that. But if the person doesn't know what E&M is that something that you are
Right.
looking for, or do you want to open yourself up to someone that wouldn't be more like knowledgeable about something like that?
Yeah.
I think that really depends on whether or not how you feel about that. Like, how do you like? And I'm not saying that like being with someone who's a starter in E&M either, but maybe it is. Like, would you be open to something like that?
And also, as we read through this, I just want to go ahead and ask the questions. How have you been faring with Tinder, and what are you looking for? Are you trying to just get it in? Are you looking for more serious stuff, or at least more of a long-term dating thing? Let us know in chat, please, Hunty Boy.
And also, I love that synth pop goblin. You're so right. I think my first note would say if you prefer E&M. or not.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which do
definitely.
you prefer? What do you?
Yeah.
What would you rather have?
I think
Smart.
that's a really good point, because I feel like, right. I feel like even if, for me, if I was on dating apps right now, I would weirdly enough, I would want to be with people who were open to E&M or into it, but also I want monogamy. You know what I mean? So it might be a thing where it's like, I want this to be part of your worldview, but personally right now, this is what I want. You know what I
Hunty
mean?
Boy says
And
not
Hunty Boy, yeah.
not many matches at all. Prefer to find long or short-term dating, just not hookups. Okay,
Not
great.
just- yeah.
Very
Okay.
good to know. Very different approach than the last profile, right? Swipe right if you like Chef's Kiss, incredible podcast and TV Rex, a love of sharing food and weed, anti-capitalism, tearing down the government, and cuddles with my cat babies. If you vibe with what you've read this
MJ and I are
far,
both just like,
Yeah.
If
Why
you-
haven't you had that many matches?
why?
if you vibe with what you've read this far, let's grab a coffee, tea, and smoke a joint. I'm much better at making connection in person. All right.
I love the astrological thing, which is also, I
and then
think
yeah,
goes
the
to
astrology.
show how you feel about that. Now, is there a reason why you don't link your Insta, or do you not? I know you do have Insta, but I don't know. Do you not really use your Insta that much, or is it something that you're against?
I feel it's a bit personally. I don't know if I would. It's a little more because I want it to. What I give off, I want to be very controlled. And if it's connecting to my Insta, God knows what the last thing I posted is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Hunty Boy said, I
personal.
do have it. I just don't post much. Feel weird about it. Feels too personal.
Right.
That's
I
totally fair.
it's
yeah,
just something I
because-
can't
Really fair.
control as
I
was
much.
wondering.
Yeah.
No, and it's so funny because on the last one I was like, I love that it's linked to your Instagram, but also, yeah, if you're a person where your Instagram is just you and your friends, you're inviting them into a different door that is not the
Yes.
door that is here. you know?
Right. Exactly. And I don't know. It feels like too much too soon to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we start with the photos? I definitely think, the fact that I'm getting that Crocs photo to lead is definitely probably one of your least flattering photos, because just Crocs are inherently unflattering. I think it's a good, funny photo, though. I think it's not. I wouldn't necessarily remove it. I'm back and forth on it. The Shrek giblet and all. I mean, it speaks to me as a co-host of Page 7, but I don't know
I
if
was
it
gonna
speaks
say-
to someone as a
It's good page
Well, it
7
goes-
signaling between the Crocs and the
queer.
goose.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it goes to show but it also goes to show your fun side. That is a silly, the fact that okay, I wear Crocs, but I do put Shrek giblets in there. So
It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
I feel like it's a way
good.
to be the way that before we were talking about explicit self-deprecation. I feel like showing a Croc is a great way to be I don't take myself too seriously. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I like about it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not necessarily against it, but I guess we're just at least putting it up on the chopping block a little bit, right? And I definitely wouldn't lead with it, right?
Because the rainbow, the color block hoodie pick is 100% keep.
Yeah,
Yes.
and is that what's our first photo? Let's start with that. What would we start with here?
Well, obviously you have the smart photo thing or whatever, because I got a different first photo.
Right.
I got the goose photo first.
I think the
which-
close up with the cat is
algorithm
the
listens.
first photo.
You think the close up with the cat's the first photo? I definitely
Yeah,
think it's a
because-
keeper.
Because he's super handsome, and I feel like it's a hot photo.
This is what I would do. I would
is a
try
really hot
this.
photo.
I would switch it around and see how you do. I would try this as your first photo, right? It's nice. It's like, especially because this like is like, wow, this is like, I'd be like snuggling up with this. And you know what I mean? And there's just something very like sweet and nice about
exactly.
this.
It's like your point of view when you're lying in
when
bed
you're lying in bed
you know?
together, right?
Yeah.
And I really dig that.
Yes.
The only other one I would maybe say, and honestly, I almost feel like you have too many full body shots. It's kind of crazy. I would almost ask for, if anything, I would maybe ask for some different angled photos, some different stuff like that. I really like the color block hoodie.
Back to back, it goes right from the same bathroom angle.
Yes,
picture.
to the same bathroom.
And I know that that's not always the same, but I think that if you switch that up, because I love both of those pictures, but if you did a similar kind of picture, but in a different room, in a different place, maybe like at, I don't know, a bookstore or a museum, or like a place you love to go to, take a picture there and pop that up, because I feel like then it gives a little bit of a difference between the photos.
I mean, I hate to do this to Jackie, but yeah, I think I might agree with who said it. Big Nasty.
Who said anti?
Big Nasty, Lil Nasty. Get rid of winter beanie pic.
Propaganda.
But
get a different one with the goose.
It's a weird goose. Even the picture of the goose is weird. You know what I mean?
I didn't notice the goose.
Take a picture with a goose.
It's just a weird. If it's like you only get.
It's not that hard, Jackie. I've done it a million times.
You only get what 6, 7.
They're squirming around.
You only get like 6 chances here, right? I mean, think of it that way. Like you only get 6 to represent.
Ooh, Emily's K. You're right. I like your eyes less sunglasses.
Yeah,
Right.
that's. I think that's. You're so covered.
Eyes.
You're so covered up here. The goose is
right,
getting like
you're
most of the territory on this.
But also, I didn't even see the goose at first in this picture. I love the porch goose because
You know
again,
what you do?
if you are
Put the
looking
goose
for
on the-
page
on your
7
lap.
listeners,
yeah,
you
the
would
goose
like
is not
Put the goose on your
loose.
lap and take one this way.
Yeah.
to the fork. Put your arm around the goose, man. That is what I do.
Right.
It works great.
It works great.
Yeah.
A lot of views on that
Goose
TikTok.
Jackie. I mean, Auntie Boy, you know that I want more goose.
So
I say
funny.
more goose. But I think that, like, let's see your face more, because, damn, you're hot as shit.
Yeah, we just don't need.
Like,
what do you guys think about this?
beautiful,
Everything
beautiful
about
face.
you.
Where are we with this
Yes.
Crocs picture? I don't know. It's funny. It like gives off your comedy. I think this is equal to the nurse picture, but the nurse picture is way more funny and sexy and charming. Personally,
But I do think that, like, if you replace that picture, it needs to be another picture where you show that you're silly.
Yeah.
Because you obviously, the other pictures show that you're silly, but I feel like if you're going to replace that, because I like the Shrek Crocs. Crocs are so hot right now. We're the old ones. Like, Crocs are very hot, and I think what kind of gibbets you wear really shows who you are as a person.
Sure. I just think it's like I think it's like a great for like, I don't know if I would use it for like, I'm trying to make you attracted to me. Picture. You know what I mean? I just think for a dating profile.
Wayward Weasel's so right. Wayward Weasel. I think the Crocs picture is accurate, but do you want to get someone just like you who thinks that's funny, or someone who will find out your silly stuff later and grow to love it?
That's fair.
That's also that too.
And, that's fair. And the nurse pick, like, I agree with Holden that the nurse pick gets across that you're really fun,
right,
and really
and
funny,
really
and
sexy.
it shows you're hot. Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like the Crocs
Yes.
pick is really funny, and it's a great full body pick.
Yeah.
And you've got a hot body, but the nurse pick is like, I've got a hot body and I'm funny, and this is like a very hot pick.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Carly. Greatly appreciate it. How do we feel about I'm not gay, but $20 is $20?
I think it's
yes,
mint.
keep.
I love
I think it's
it.
funny. I would just put it. I would put it
love
like
it.
later. And my only issue is there's a lot of photo. Again, I can't believe I'm saying this to you. There's almost too many full body shots. I need different
also,
angles.
I want to see your
Congrats.
beautiful face.
Yeah, I want to see your face
I
more.
want more of your face.
And I think keep it as long as it works in the mix, but like I'm also more interested in some different angles just to switch it up, just for variety, because you have a lot of like, here's me wearing something funny at this angle. a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I would
That's
keep
true,
it,
right.
but be discerning, I guess I'll just say.
Right.
Because I
'Cause the
really like
nurse-
this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you gonna say? Yeah, the nurse.
No, I was just gonna, because the nurse one is also, I'm at a distance and I'm doing something funny.
Right.
So on that level, the gay shirt and the nurse one are have several things in common.
Which is
Yeah,
why I
it's just
love
great.
this picture with the dog too. Like, I think this is
Yeah.
it's a different angle. It's like it just is different. This is like the third picture to me. You know what I mean? Like, I think this one's really, really good. And then you with the alien, is that working for you with the Blink-182 cover parody photo in the background?
Yes.
Love.
That works, right? There's
Because it's a great face pick, you know.
It's a great face pick. You look great. The style's cool. All right, cool. That's pretty much. And then the GIF is GIF
Respectfully,
is great.
hot as shit.
There you go.
I
Yes.
mean, I really, hot as shit.
So for the description, first I would say it's a little sparse. I kind of want more, right? Like I want like.
I actually think it's a little general, but
yeah,
that's
like
the question, though.
same. It's both, right? Sparse in
It
general.
depends on how you feel. That like, would you rather have distance and someone find out more about you? I just think that if you included a little bit more, like just like 2 or 3 more specific things, because even like the idea of like incredible
specifics.
podcasts and TV recs, what kind, like
Yes.
what genre? And of course, I'm sure you watch many genres, but like give me an in to ask a question, because like
Yes.
I don't know, like I think that like, okay, great, I'm a weed smoker, you're a weed smoker, awesome. I don't have enough off of this to start a conversation.
And with what little
feel.
is here, there's repetition here. A love of sharing food and weed, and then in the second paragraph, let's grab coffee, tea, and smoke a joint. You only need that once, right? So,
Yeah.
But I
agreed.
love let's grab coffee, tea, and
well,
smoke a
that's the
joint.
one I'd keep. I'd cut the
love
other one
that.
because
I love that.
Yeah.
you know what are we? You know, we
I
just
agree with Holden.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're like, right. I think it's valuable space. You want to signify I like weed. That's important. But let's
What's
grab
your
coffee,
favorite
tea.
dog to walk? Like, it's like, I love walking greyhounds.
Right.
Because, they got
Totally.
little legs. They got thin legs.
Totally.
also-
And, like,
I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of Italian greyhounds, but you know what I mean.
what were we gonna say, MJ?
yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you guys. Like doing these two back to back is so interesting, because I feel like
Yeah.
Chancey's was like, you know, kind of bullet point.
I should
bullet
fucking
Bullet-
shoot my dick off with a fucking gun.
Don't talk about shits like that.
a little bit obtuse, like, you know, I'm not here describing myself in a paragraph, whereas Hunties is like, I'm here describing myself in a paragraph, and I almost want to find a balance where it's like, here's a couple, like I want this profile to have a couple of like specific little quips or specific, like a couple of more things, like the reason why let's grab coffee, tea, and smoke a joint is great, because it is so like, this is what we would do together, like let's watch this and do this, or
Right.
let's watch this, let's eat
Hunty
this and
boy,
read
yeah.
this.
And-
you know?
Nancy Boy just said, I'll add in like reality TV and stand-up recs or something instead of just general TV. Yes.
Yeah,
Honestly, even
totally.
that little bit, like that
Yes.
screams so much more about
And
you.
because if I know, we're gonna go make out and then watch reality TV, that sounds great. you know?
And
God,
your
what a great date that sounds like.
your silliness comes through on the pictures, but it doesn't really come through on except for the chef's kiss is nice. It doesn't quite come through. I want more of that in your actual words here, because that would back up the pictures. I will say.
But I also.
Well, I was just gonna say, I will say one of my big revelations when I did OkCupid was I had this one profile, I was getting nothing. This is why I like doing this, by the way, because this is my personal experience. And then I sat down, I was like, fuck this, and I did a total revise of my whole thing. I chose different pictures, everything, and my revise of my profile, I went away from here's my deal, and way more just straight up honest. And I want you to be honest, but I was just way more playful with it. I was just like, fuck it, let's be fun. Let's give off the fun in the about me,
Also
right?
changing
That got me
it
way
often.
more dates. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, and I think that changing it and like you had said this, Holden, too, where I feel like we get trapped, we make the profile, and then
Right.
okay, well, profile's done. I used to do,
Change it.
I'm not even saying this necessarily for you, Hunty, but for me, my watching TV is such an important part of my job and my life that I would always change it to currently binging and then I would write what I was currently binging.
That's
Totally.
fun,
That was an open thing for people to be like, oh shit, you're watching this too. But I'm not saying that because I don't know if TV is necessarily that much of a part of your life as it is with me, but like something like that you can change too. So it's not just set in stone.
Keep it fresh.
You're such a dynamic human being.
Well,
and you could even be like, you could be like currently binging this, always watching this, or like, you
always
know, always
watching
reading.
This, yes.
And that shows you like a pillar of my personality is this, but this is what I'm into right now.
Speaking of which, like one thing that made both these profiles feel a little dated was the like, fuck you if you don't vax. And in this one, you lead with like COVID conscious babe. I'm not saying you shouldn't have an element of that in there, but that is like less of a huge deal than it was a year ago. I think it needs to be in there, but like leading with it or making a huge deal out of it, already feels like, are we still in 2021? Like you know what I mean? Like I like the way you do it here, but it's like right up top and we're immediately kind of setting like restraints down on like what this needs to be, right? I don't know how to.
I think it can be done. I think it can be done with your like your first communication. If it like would be like for me, my first communication would be like, can we grab a drink outdoors? Right. Like, and something like that. I feel like you could communicate like, I'm not hanging out in wherever your comfort level is, like, without necessarily putting in your bio. I agree. It's tough because it just sucks to value. So
I guess that's what it is. There you go in JD. Yeah. Reminder about 3 years of shittiness is a buzzkill. Seeing COVID
in that space
right up top. I get it. And I kind of liked his sticker from the last one. Just having that sticker on one of the pictures, like I'm vaccinated. It fucking matters to me. Right. Like, I totally get that. It's like, can we do it a little more subtle, and can we not kind of lead with like the fucking super flu? Can we just like
Sutherland says maybe just a needle emoji, or does that give heroin addiction vibes? I like that. I also El Plaza did say, do people even read the bios closely, or do the pictures do most of the talking? Depends, at least as someone for me.
I don't know. For
me,
it super matters. Yeah, exactly.
I think that like as I would get drunker, I would care less and less about the bio and just send out a message. But I think that it would depend on, and like, don't you want the person that's going to read the bio?
We're spending as much time, at least, on the pictures as the about me. But for me personally, like, I ain't fucking nobody that's gonna be shitty in their about me. Like, that's gonna give me shitty vibes in the about me. I don't care how horny I am.
I love communication is key. Love that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you say, I think that is like that immediately takes the open to ENM or monogamy. That for me, I would see that and be like, fuck yeah. Okay.
Totally.
All right. Yeah, let's talk.
Wow, people just leave their profiles completely blank and just do pictures. Oh my God. And I'm sure it works. That's so crazy to me. Like that's probably even a turn on for people, but I just like, I need to know about something.
But especially since Hunty is looking for longer short-term relationships and not just looking to get it in, I feel like that's why the profile is all the more important. You know?
And so I would just say, I want more playfulness here, and I want more. And I want more specifics, and specifics are going to help with the playfulness, right? Like,
and I know it's like a cliche to be like, the dating profile cliche is like, I like long walks on the beach, whatever. But I really don't mind like a thing that's like, my favorite book is this. I love doing this, and I love doing,
I love specifics because now we have something we can jump off on for sure. So.
I remember someone that wrote that his favorite movie was Cool Runnings, and I was like, well, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Your movie is Cool Runnings. Okay.
Even
cool.
saying,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about Dougie Doug for a second.
Swipe right if you like incredible podcasts and TV recs. I don't know. For some reason, I almost would rather just hear a few.
Well, that's what Hunty earlier said. I'm going to change it to, you want any stand-up recs or reality TV? Like, I like that even alone. I don't think you need to go into that kind of specifics, just the general topic of the kind of stuff you like to watch.
And I get again, it's a redundancy thing a little bit, and it's like kind of leads me to a turnoff. Anti-capitalism, tearing down the government. It's like, can we just get one of those and move on, like move forward? Like, I don't know. I feel like getting hit in the head a little bit too much with that. I don't know. For me, it's like, oh, this guy's like Really
Also,
into
the
that.
government really fucking sucks. So I kind of like. I feel
No,
like
I
part of
get
me
it.
is
I
like,
get it.
But you also have leftists in there.
Yeah.
So to me,
Yeah.
the big, because I feel like this is the type of person I want to date. It's like I want leftist and I want anti-capitalist. I want those things to be explicitly stated. Tearing down the government, obviously, yes. I feel like that could go either way, because also it makes me think a little bit. Just the phrase "tearing down the government" is a little bit vague enough where it could be
Yeah.
like, are you like a weird libertarian or something? You know what I
Right.
mean? Whereas I feel like I know you're not, because you say anti-capitalist and leftist,
Or
but I
like,
agree. If you're
can-
going to take something out, take down tearing down the government.
Can we make it funnier if it's going to be a sentiment of that nature to me?
I also love what
Yeah.
MJD says. More summary of what gets you bustin'. That being
Yeah,
broad,
that
like,
too.
I'm totally into a person that loves this, you know, or like not in those exact words, but of just like, instead of, if you're pulling out the COVID conscious babe, like looking for looking for a romantic connection with a you know, Love Island fucks with babe, you know, something like that. Just like take out COVID conscious, put in another thing of like what you are looking for in a partner that's a little bit more specific.
Right,
Yeah.
totally. And I think you're pretty good here with this sentiment. I would just maybe even say again, people just want to know, like, what are we going to do outside of grabbing, you know, coffee or tea and smoking a joint? Like, what?
I want to go get a coffee and smoke a joint with you, Hunty.
Right, totally. I it's like you just seem like you have
I
fun,
do,
so I want to
yes.
know what your
Yeah, you look
fun
like,
looks
man,
like.
I want to fucking roll with you, dude.
Dude, I'm
Like,
going to say this
I
right
love
now.
this.
Try doing what I did and see if it works. Try doing like a total revise on this where you just write a really silly ass profile. Like go for over the top silly, and then you can bring it back, draw it back, right? But just see if that changes moves the needle
you know
a little
we can
bit.
do the next time we do this, we can let's see what the new stuff is.
For me personally,
Yeah,
like
that would be fun.
I know there's a line, but I can't really read too much for me. You know what I mean? So like I want to, you know, go for it. Like in and about me, right? Like
You don't think too long is a problem?
I'm sure there is a too long.
But there's a lot of people in chat that are like too much, and then that's out. So
yeah,
like,
I'm sure there is a
that.
too long. What's up, Stripper Web? Oh, there is a too long, but I could definitely get more here, and I want more because your photos have made me way interested in you,
Yeah.
right? So I think the length of your about me is perfect. So there you go. So I could. This is also just one man.
Also, and maybe this could also just be me. Are you from the place you currently live in, or are you from somewhere else? I think that if you're from the place you live in, I understand not wanting to, like the place you're currently living in, I understand not wanting to say that, but I am always personally curious of how a person got to the place that they got to.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Or maybe
Yeah.
that's just being living in big transient cities for most of my dating life. But like, I like knowing where a person's come from.
All right. We should move on to the
Unless
next.
you hate where you come from, because I used to personally say I was New York born and raised instead of saying I was from Florida. Because
I used to say I was from Minnesota, even though I was from Iowa, but I went to school in Minnesota, and I would just lie.
See?
Yeah.
It just lie. You know, you can't just do little tinges.
All right. We're gonna move on to the next one. Any final notes?
Oh my
anything?
God,
I think you're in a good spot.
Play most of your days.
Godspeed,
oh,
Hunty boy.
Lord.
You're
Godspeed,
hot as
Hunty
shit.
boy.
You're hot as
Super
shit,
on the right
Hunty boy.
track. Love
I'm just
how
getting my charger.
fun
I'll be
you
right
are.
back.
I feel like it's like
Hunty
I will
boy.
have fun with this person. You know what I mean? Is Chelsea in the chat? Chelsea is the next one up. I don't know what your like Twitch username is, but Chelsea. If not, I'll also go ahead and call out the next one. Ray of Fish is your Tinder username.
Ray of Fish.
Is
Love
Chelsea
you,
or Ray of
Hunty.
Fish in chat? Is Chelsea or Ray of Fish in chat? If not, we also have Court Lions in chat. Is
We also
Court
know Lil Ash is in chat, and we do have Lil Ash's. Lil Ash was able to send it in to our email.
Liz
address.
Apple's here. Court's here, and is Liz Chelsea? We have Court. So that's good. Is Liz Chelsea?
Court's here.
Court's here. All right, I think we'll do Court. We have we'll get to Lil Ash. And I'm here, Carl. What are you? One of the people I just called out? You're confusing me, chat. My boo joined to see me. Awesome. We're gonna put use up in a little bit.
No, we have to do one more, and then we have to do Lil Ash tonight.
All right, we'll do Lil Ash. I'm Haley. Oh, okay. All right, I think we're gonna do Court then next. So let me get you up. Hopefully you pull up. All right, cool. All right. Sorry, the way we have to do this, I'm trying to prioritize people who are actually here. So, Court, we're gonna get you on here.
Wow, Babo.
Right. What are you leading with? Do you have the picture on the beach? Is your first one?
Yes, that is my first one.
All right, we've got
Babo.
Court. Let's see it. Court.
Great pick.
Again, you got the vaccinated sticker. I think that's all you need, and then we don't have to like get into like our huge, you know what I mean? But anyways, our huge opinions on the vaccination situation. All right, here's the picture in the car. Everyone does that picture in the car, right? That's like such a big one, for sure. I love this wedding picture.
Pictures.
I love this wedding picture. I think that might be your lead, actually.
Wedding picture is a great picture.
The only problem is, does it say too much like I'm ready to get married? But other than that, I think it's great.
Because wedding, I feel like
I love this.
When people were talking about group photo or no group photo, I was thinking like group photo at a wedding because everyone just looks like they're having fun and everyone like looks great, you know.
Nice. And by the way, great full body pictures up in this piece. And what is this? That's
over and over.
Also, the Arrested Development picture is great. We're off to a great start.
I love this. I know Jackie's jaw is on the floor. STRYX says, "I am."
These are great. We're off to a really good start. I'm really into the picture spread. It's a nice variety of angles. You've got playful, but you've got always like the Halloween photo for some reason. That always gets me. There was more. Oh, this is great too. Perfect. I love it. I love these. All right, cool. We'll get into the pictures in a second.
And also, Slime Gang, you're right. Wedding looks like they're in the wedding, so it's not at all screaming "I want to be married" vibes. 100%.
Right. Let's get
those pictures. I can't even. I am floored.
Let's get folky and see some live music. 57.25 specifics, man. Jackie Daytona, regular human bartender, is my idol. Oh my God, you're after my own heart right now.
The first three lines I think are perfect.
I absolutely loathe cargo shorts. What's with the squiggle, by the way? Is that a thing? Is the squiggle? I
like the squiggle. It's different.
I absolutely loathe cargo shorts. I dominate lip sync battles. I am a tad competitive when it comes to games. I can be pretty hilarious at times, so be prepared to laugh with me. My IG, and then no Trump supporters, thanks, non-negotiable. All right. Well, we start with the pictures. Let's start with the pictures. Do you think the beach? To me, I think I like. It's kind of a similar pose and everything, but I really like this wedding photo. I guess it's just more my style, though. Personally, like I love this kind of style.
Keep the beach photo, though. I think
keep it. I'm just saying, what's the lead? I guess.
What's the lead? Oh, I see.
Oh yeah. I guess that's the lead. My problem is, you know me, my lead would be the one with you in the wig with the black outfit on, dancing.
I love this picture.
Football field. I love
this. This is such a Jackie opening photo.
That's a really sexy photo.
This is such a Jackie opening photo.
So fucking sexy.
Fuck yeah. Love it.
Gravy.
It is a very Jackie photo.
Good gravy.
So good.
Yeah.
That's from adult summer camp.
Summer camp. That's
fuck yeah, dude.
I love.
That's also awesome, dude. I kind of want to know about that.
Opening. Yeah, right. That's like if somebody says, "What's this picture from?" Like that's a great.
I wish the pictures had captions, and I think maybe OkCupid they did have captions.
They did have captions because you could explain what was happening.
Because this is, I would love to know that was from an adult summer camp, and that makes me think even more of you. Like that makes me think you're. Like really fucking fun.
Holy
and
shit.
Yeah,
someone that would go to an adult summer camp and have a great fucking time.
I know, it makes I want to go to one
and having a blast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also, Court. Sorry, real quick, Court. What are you looking for, and what kind of results have you had lately? Are you getting good matches, and are you dating? You're just trying to get it in, etc. All right, go on. Sorry, Jackie.
I just love just trying to get it in. We're so Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore out.
Everyone knows this is a direct quote from Snooki.
I think it's also so funny. It's my way of like not being too potty mouthed with my nanny here, but I think she's probably gone at this point. But
Court Line says date, and I'm getting terrible matches or none.
All right, let's see. Let's try to crack
Can I
this
just
thing.
Say fuck everybody who's around you then, because I want to have sex with you. I want to be friends with you. I want to be you. All of these pictures, but also, again, I know that I'm a lot.
Respectfully.
Right.
Respectfully is what I meant to say.
I don't know. Yeah, my problem is, like, I don't really know. Maybe the one with the ball with you on the knee. I don't know if I need this picture. I get everything else.
At the same time, you show the fact that, like, I actually really like this.
You
picture
play kickball.
You have all these ooh, glam, hot as shit, and then like a picture where you're like, I also am down to fucking run around with some fucking balls out here and get to living.
Right,
but there's so many like these great full body middle distance photos, right? I feel like beach, wedding, and kickball and football field one are all basically the same framing. And if I were to take one away, it would be kickball one, just because the other three are so sexy.
Yeah, and I kind of want to see kickball in your about me. If that's like a part of your life, that's something that would judge the about me section a little bit.
Yeah,
of, like,
I honestly might
take
out the car picture.
Yeah,
I think I would. There's a vibe to it.
Like this is so fucking hot and so cute.
Yeah.
Because STRYX, you're right. You don't need 2 selfies though. I do think that like if you're gonna take out, like, you look fire in both of them, but the one of you like this, like, you're just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that it makes up.
I don't know how to describe this picture, the car picture. It's like it gives off sexy, but in a way it also gives off I'm pissed.
Well, you've got
there's a slight amount of pissed off going on.
Oh yeah.
And so that's the only reason why I'd say I think you have other better versions of that, right?
And we can see your hot face and hot body in so many of them.
I adore this living room picture. I'm just like, I want to hang out with you on a like fall vacation.
I want to kiss on a porch with you.
Like this is just so nice. No, I really love this.
And it's a great selfie, right? So I love having, like STRYX said, if you're gonna have only one selfie, which I think is right, like have that one. It's just so your smile is just so genuine, whereas the other one looks more like a posed selfie. I think
I also really like this, like the Mickey Mouse ear, Minnie Mouse ear. With the background, just the colors are great. Again, full body shot. It's so funny. I have almost the same note that I have for fucking whatchamacallit, for Hal Dog, or who was it? Hunty. Of like, it's almost too many full body shots, and I need more different angles a little bit here. Yeah. Like we've got so many full body shots.
Though, Court, bitch, you know how to stand.
Yeah. I love this also in front of it. Can we crop this one a little bit? Could you crop this guy? I would say even this
one isn't doing much for me.
It's so beautiful, but you're so far away. It kind of reminds me of our first profile with the crouching picture. It's just not really getting you. Yeah, you're like lost in the background a little bit. So if we could crop that in, because you're so beautiful in that picture. That dress is gorgeous. Like, yeah, I think that would be great,
a little
for
closer
sure.
Up.
Good, great.
Anything else about the pictures? What would you lead with? Have we decided that? What would you lead with?
I personally think that you should lead with this one.
Really?
But I just think it's because you look like,
if you want a Jackie, then lead with that one, right? If you want
Jackie,
if you want a Holden, lead with the wedding picture.
I want to go to a pumpkin patch with you. You love with the wedding picture.
I just like elegant. I like that old timey though, like 50s
and
look.
That totally comes through. But I feel like you're more fun than that.
No, and I feel like I want to hang out with is like this living room photo.
Or
What
the
do you
beach photo.
What do you think about the Arrested Development? I see it as maybe a last picture, as like kind of a little laugh at the very end. At the same time, I don't know.
Shows the funny. I think it's the only one that shows that you are funny. That like you are glam, you are sexy as shit, but also for Halloween you will dress as George Michael. I love it. Yeah. I like having that included, even if it is more towards the end. Right. I think it speaks volumes.
The selfie, it's so inviting, fun, and gorgeous, says Queever Sutherland. 100% keep that. Yeah. STRYX official says, I love Arrested Development. Definitely keep. Also, that's another conversation starter. Like, oh, great. We can binge Arrested Development together. Yes. I always like a Halloween one, honestly. It's like, what are you on Halloween? What are you on holiday? Like, what is that?
My first picture for The Hammer Gets It was me covered in blood with the monkey costume on, with my head off, going like this. Ah!
Yeah. And that was such, and honestly, obviously that attracts a lot of demented sort of degenerates. But at the same time, that's really going to catch an eye. And I think when you're in the realm of swiping constantly, I'm not totally against the idea of like that being, if not the opening, like using that as a template. Like, how do I catch the eye? How do I jump?
But that's why I love the picture of you at the adult camp.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one I'm referring to. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Picture. Yeah.
So
is so fun.
I could see it.
But I understand not putting it first.
So I think my note is, we've already talked about the ones we would cut. I think I would actually even put in some different angles and stuff, like some different, because like Hunty, it's a lot of similar full body shots actually, and I don't know what else.
Just said, also, did we get into the adult day camp?
I know. I want to know so much more about it.
You never like a friend of ours, Kara Clank, her wedding was adult day camp.
I know,
because she was a camp counselor.
It's so cool.
Like for a week, everyone was doing like all these adult day camp stuff.
I love it.
Which I was happy I wasn't invited to, but that's also the kind of person I am.
We have.
Yeah, I went to a wedding that was also like camp themed, and I was like, I'm not going to do those things.
Camp no counselors. It was great. That's camp no counselors rules. How do you put that into your profile? I would say in terms of your profile, can we get that in there? Let's get folky and see some live music. I don't know how I like that as a lead. First of all, I feel like it should be folksy, but I don't even know, is that like folk?
Yeah, but you're talking about folk music. And I actually think it's another thing that speaks volumes with a small amount of words of like, oh, you like folk music, you want to go listen, because like you want to go listen to some country music is what I get from that. If that is not what you were intending, I would say change it.
I feel like I want to have more fun. I want to get more fun out of that sentence.
Let's grab a beer and go see some live music.
Yeah, let's
smoke a joint and go see some live music.
Yeah,
let's tailgate and go see some live music. I don't know about
tailgate and go see some live. Honestly, let's tailgate. I don't know if you're that type of person, but if you are, let's tailgate and go see some live music. Is such a fucking sexy opener.
The height on Tinder thing is so funny to me, but I love specifics, man. That is funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love that, because also I will say, as someone that, for oftentimes on the dating apps, when it comes to, I know it's like the height thing is so fucking annoying, but it does explain a lot about who you are, unfortunately.
Jackie Daytona, regular human bartender, is my idol. You have the key to my heart. I'm swiping right just on that alone.
Right.
I have a Jackie Daytona. 100%, I have a Jackie Daytona t-shirt even. I mean, I just love that.
Weedwife said, ask me about adult summer camp.
Ask me about adult summer camp.
Yes, that's
it. If you like my especially if it's like, if you like picture number 3, or if you like my opening picture, ask me about adult summer camp.
Ask me about that, or just saying, ask me about
true. Yeah, totally.
I would be so like,
yeah.
More about adult summer
camp. Great opening message. You're just giving people the key to how to message you. That's
personally, my big note for the About Me, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, I just don't like negativity in my About Me, right? So I agree with you. I hate cargo shorts. I fucking hate Trump supporters. I don't know if we need it in the About Me.
I would say take out the absolutely loathe cargo shorts, but keep the no Trump supporters, because I think that is like, depending on.
But
I
at
will
this
say,
point,
I don't know where you're at.
again, it's a
I was gonna
dated.
say it depends on where you
You
live.
don't know where.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
at.
that's true.
You don't know where.
Well, I
she's
know
at.
she's
You don't know what kind of
2,515
people-
miles away. So if I did sort of drew a
I
circumference, I could make a pretty
I-
educated guess.
She's in
I
the
say
ocean,
keep that
Holden.
in.
She's in the middle of the ocean.
My
friend
only
of mine
thing
was
too is
talking,
it's
like,
what's
our-
so funny about Trump supporters is like I get that it's still a problem, but he's been removed from what
It
he was
doesn't
removed.
matter.
It-
Because
yeah.
you know what that means.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And
Can
if
we?
you were, don't mess.
I
with
like
it.
non-negoti.
A friend of ours-
If you could come up with I would even say there's a funnier way to say it though, right? Is the only thing I would say. There's like a funnier, I don't know. You know what I mean? No red hats or something. I don't know what, but
Yeah, or I think that there is a funnier way to say it, but like a friend of ours, Marie, I was talking with her about dating apps and stuff like that.
in
She was telling
Nashville,
me,
yeah.
she's like, in Nashville, she's like, as you know, and she's a part of the Reformed Tours, good friend of all of ours, and she was like, if they don't say what they are politically affiliated with, or if they say I'm not political, I don't
Yeah.
swipe right.
Right.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have no
Of course.
fun.
We
like,
just-
because
we
in
don't have
Nashville,
time for
there's
it.
no playing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
hear
no
you.
fucking playing around.
Yeah.
Again,
Yes.
this dates myself. It was a different landscape when we were doing it, and it's so sad to me that it's like
Right. And then
what
in
it
New
is now.
York, I feel like I don't have to put that, but if I was still in Iowa, I would have to put it.
I
you know?
really like alt right, swipe left.
Swipe left.
Yeah,
It's
they-
magical.
oh
I
my
fucking
God.
love that,
Swipe
Britt.
Yes.
All
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's
Yes.
funny.
That's it.
It's
That's
you know,
it.
it's
And
just
for everyone else that has a dating profile, I love that.
I
Swipe left.
love
Save
that.
it.
All right, swipe left, because even if somebody's like, "What do you
Wow.
mean, all right? I don't even get, that's not even there." You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, gone, done.
Right, but it is one of those things where people
Yes.
know what that means. People
Yeah.
who you want to know what it means know what it means. Both
Yeah.
on both sides, perfect.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, I would get rid of the cargo shorts thing. Again, maybe there's a fine way to do it, but I just think negativity is hard. My big thing, I say that my biggest faux pas with dating profiles is like opening with rules, right? Know this, know that. Like, you don't bike, you're out it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just always the most like biggest fucking boner
I
killer.
would also take out my Instagram because your Instagram is linked. If you didn't have the Instagram linked, I would say include that so
Right.
someone could go and look it up.
It's already down
Since you
there.
have the Instagram and linked, I would say take that out and put in one or two more positive things
Mhm.
in your, because like
Right.
you are cool as shit. If you added the adult summer camp thing, I think for sure, and add one other thing of more about you and what you like, because like I dominate lip sync battles. I love I'm a tad competitive when it comes to games because that's not too negative. It's just real.
That's just
I
real.
just think
I'm
you don't
fine with
need to
that.
My Instagram.
I dominate lip sync battles. That's fun. I would say I can be pretty hilarious at times, to be prepared to laugh with me. That's kind of, again, like, don't laugh at me. I think you can get how funny you are across in a more like
I think
natural
you just say
way.
I can be pretty hilarious at times. I think you just take off that laugh.
Yeah.
Just that.
I like just that, and also I think your hilarity can come through. It's coming through in the pictures, and it can come through in the profile. I mean, you almost don't need to state it, but if anything, I would just at least get rid of the second sentence, because it kind of implies that you're insecure about people laughing at you, and I don't think that needs to come across in this inherently.
No,
right?
because you respectfully.
Right.
You respectfly are a very attractive person.
Yeah.
All right.
That's as nicely as I can say it.
I think we're gonna keep it moving because we've got 20 minutes left in this whole stream here. Court, you're off to a really good start. I really hope we get some better results. And I would just recommend, again, if you're getting nothing after a couple of weeks or whatever, just fucking you always gotta just switch it up. Like, so just all you guys, this is why we're doing this here, because I think people just decide it's done, and it doesn't need to be done. All
Also,
right.
because now, Court, you do get the swipe right package from STRYX.
That's right. The perfect
Also the
skin
reason
kit.
for the season.
Uh,
Use code Jackie15. It's the only code you can use.
There you go.
If you buy something.
All right. Who is, or whatever is a really good code, and
I thought I was getting one past you.
whatever at checkout. Is, let's see, who do we have next? Juan. Is Juan in chat?
I want to do a little Ash.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
Little
we
Ash.
promised Little Ash.
I'm so sorry. Yes, we have Little Ash right here, actually. Boom.
Thank you.
Little Ash, forgive
boom.
me. I'm peeing and then I'm back. You guys start without me.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let me fix this real quick, because then I change things, and then you change things.
And then we change things.
Let me just.
And I appreciate you. I'm just gonna say up top that Lil Ash was trying to put in their profile, but it was but on Hinge apparently you can't share your profile with a link anymore. So sorry. Can we just right out the gate? How very respectfully attractive is Lil Ash?
Love it. And it's also interesting to see a different dating profile, dating website, which is really interesting.
Now, I really liked Hinge. I had a lot of success with Hinge as well.
And by success, she means filthy, nasty.
Success is what.
Yeah,
I meant
sex
to
sesh
say.
is what she
Yeah,
meant to
it's
say. Sex
it.
session. She
But
actually ended up removing herself from her brother's apartment to have sex, which is why we call it sex session. As well, Jackie.
Well, I certainly wasn't having sex in my brother's apartment.
Yeah, you never did that.
He was in town.
While he was in town at all.
While he was in town, I definitely didn't.
I'm sorry,
No
I derailed this whole
though.
thing. I'm so sorry. What were you gonna
strangers
say?
though. No. With Hinge, I liked Hinge. Like, I feel like now you correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but I felt like Hinge has a little bit more of like a, or at least I was told that it's a more less of a fuck site and more of a relationship.
Cool.
Site.
I mean,
don't know if that's actually true.
That speaks more of my language. That's kind of what I was into it for, or less just filthy rendezvous. Jackie
Riddick says I met my partner on Hinge.
Nice.
This month is our 4-year anniversary.
It has less fuck vibes. I mean,
has less fuck
good.
vibes.
I mean, those need to exist. It's kind of crazy. Tinder is so fuck oriented, and some people really just want to date people and like take their time and like get to know them before they have sex.
Well, what I liked about Hinge, and please remind me if this is not the case, but if I remember correctly, with Hinge, you could like click on one of the answers and you would ask a question specifically about one of the answers.
All right, so here we go. We've got this great opening picture. First of all, if that's your opening picture, choose our first date: batting cages, driving range, dog park, dog friendly bar, brunch, and football. Ooh, I would go with. What would you go with? I would go with either. I think I'd probably go with brunch and football, but batting cages,
dog park, dog friendly.
Batting cages, driving range. I actually would love to go to a driving range.
But like, how sexy is that lead?
That's great. That's a great lead, especially
how
like.
How sexy is that lead?
I mean, is this being weird? Are you straight? Because I feel like that's a really good like dudes would love these options.
But also, Synth Pop Goblin, yes, Jackie, that's still how it is. Thank you, Synth Pop Goblin, because I, it's still been at this point, it's been 4 years, so I don't know if these things change. And thank you for answering me.
I geek out on anything to do with Last Podcast on the Left and many other podcasts, horror movies, and football, UFC, LSU, and Saints. All right.
Right.
There you
again,
go.
It shows you. It just is like. This is a immediate magnet for people who know what this means.
Right.
And if they don't know what it means, then it's interesting. What's LPOTL, you know?
And again, agnostic, liberal. So we're good. We know that. Together we can be...
That's what I was thinking of when Marie was talking about this before, when she was talking about like, if they say no, because like agnostic, or it's like what and liberal. And one of the things of like saying, you can be like, I'm not political. And Marie was saying that was a big turnoff.
I can see that. And
climate,
that's kind of funny because
how can you be not political.
Yes.
I would almost... I could see myself saying that, and yet because I think for political in Facebook I had like apathetic or something. Something like that, but back in the day it was more reasonable.
It was different. It was different then. Like,
yeah.
Now it is more.
But
should have.
Yeah, even I have been forced to give a shit.
You
which
have
is
to have an opinion.
Annoys me, to be honest.
I don't want to be around you.
And you hold it. It's like, it's so funny because I totally understand what you mean of saying like that it's tempting to be like, no, I don't even give a fuck. But also, if you talked to you for 10 minutes, you would know that you like have good values, and you just want to put that you're not a fucking fascist. You know? You
I kind of wish.
clear.
I kind of wish I could say like I don't give a huge shit but social shit I care about. There's like 3 social things. It's like abortion, gay marriage, and what you know what I mean? Like people and like BLM or something. Yeah.
Just, just
Like if it's
But
like go
not
those like
reproductive rights,
yeah,
though.
it's all social stuff. Reproductive right. I mean whatever, you know what I mean? People like,
Yeah, who cares?
no, I said abortion up top. I said abortion. All right, together we can be terrible at. I love this. This immediately I want to date you.
Adorable.
I want to go golfing with you immediately. Like I love that. Get someone who looks at you like.
I love this picture.
I
I
go
do
on.
think that, like, especially in looking at the rest of them, I do think that could be a good place to include a full body shot.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we
this
get
is a.
someone
I was
who
about to
looks
say
at you
though,
like-
this is essentially a full body shot. I'm like getting.
But it's
I'm
such
getting
a
it.
sexy, fun
Mhm.
picture.
But
Love
I'm
it.
getting
Yeah.
it. I don't feel deceived at all by this profile, right?
No,
like
no,
Yes.
no.
Right.
best travel story. I hung out with Paul Walker in Puerto Rico. Rest in peace. Wow.
I want to
Such a
know
good
this
conversation
story
starter.
So
Yeah, that's
desperately.
great.
That's
I
awesome.
want to know it so desperately.
This is great. I love like same with Ask Me About Adult Summer Camp, like anything where you are setting the person up to have a great first message to you. You know, you're setting them up for success.
I'm also gonna throw it out there. I'm immediately liking Hinge way fucking better than Tinder, like in terms of getting a conversation going, getting a read on someone's personality.
Starts the conversation. That's why I switched over to Hinge.
These are
like,
this is so good. Well, like connecting like a phrase with a picture is so smart.
Yes.
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 Are you a dog person? Because, and then we get this beautiful, cute pic of your dog. We're the same type of weird if you lick the spoon of mayonnaise. Jackie, I mean, just come on. She's just...
Zabrowski.
I mean, I want to throw up at that. That one might be a deal breaker for me, but
bitch, we'll party in Florida. I would say you might want to change it. But also, bitch, let's party in Florida.
This might be your opener pick. I really like this picture.
That's a great picture.
That's a great picture.
The pictures of you are a respectfully beautiful.
This is, I think this is your lead. This is so good. Like I'm both getting like cute, want to date her, but also like, you know, we could have a sort of a fun escapade in a lovemaking way.
Yes. Yeah. You could have a romp or a nice relationship.
Take me back to
I don't know where you are. I will say big thing of like take me back to, I would assume is like, I want to go back to this place. And the only thing is you don't know where you are.
Also,
I think that is a good excuse to show a full body picture of you somewhere.
Yeah, I don't really know where this is. I knew that was from Nashville. That's so funny.
Even if it's like I think that is a great opportunity to show the full body, even though you guys are like, you can guess from the sitting down picture of your full body. But like, let's see, girl, you banging. Let's see it.
It's
like,
also it's also about redundancy. It's just this picture angle is the same exact as this picture angle. I don't want to see that back to back. I want variety. I want, you know what I mean? I want to be able to glean shit from like, this as best as possible. So whenever I see the same angle multiple times, which is here, and then also the golf picture, boom, they're the exact, and I get it. That's like the selfie shot. I mean, it's obviously, but I would say, can we take me back to a better representation of where this is?
If that's Nashville, like if you have like a selfie in front of the theater, you know, like something, I feel like take me back to, it's a great way to show either like a nice beach pic or like vacation or something you're really interested in, like, you know, a selfie in front of the Nashville you know, marquee or something, like, you know what I mean, like something, it's a way to be like,
say
this is what I care
about yourself.
Yes.
Use it in that, because Hinge, I feel like, doesn't give you the open-endedness of Tinder. That's the one thing that is different with Hinge. Like, you can only answer these questions and you choose the questions you're going to answer. So like, I love the fact that you answered the, are you a dog person, because with the picture of the dog, but I think that Take Me Back To can just give such a bigger story that can also open up to someone clicking that and being like, I want to know where this person is.
Yeah. Right.
And it could be if you haven't been on vacation. I was like, take me back to it. And then I was like, oh my God, I haven't done anything in the last 3 years, you know,
Right.
but like, it could also be like you cuddling with a cat, you know, like so, whatever. Like it's a way, like take me back to is a great little, like, what do I really care about?
Dog, this
thing, you know?
this pick right here. This is your lead pick right here. I
Oh,
like this
yeah.
picture up here, but this is such a good lead pick. It gives me everything, right?
I also love it. Jay Vernon said, I'd get rid of the mayo thing because people, including my partner, don't agree on food preferences.
Yeah.
But we love to argue about it. And I do think that that is like, a
spoon of mayo's hard, man.
You
I don't know
know.
if it makes the medicine go down. it's hard for me, man.
But it might turn someone.
Yeah, I'm a mayo hater myself. And I wouldn't,
Are.
I think it's really funny. And if I saw this, I wouldn't be like, no, I don't want to date you for that. But it does create a bit of a physical, visceral reaction.
Yeah, it just doesn't. My thing is this, like sometimes stuff
You
can
don't
be.
need to turn people off with what
I was about to say some things in dating profiles, and we've even encountered this earlier tonight. Some things can be like honest and you and funny, but in a dating profile, it's still just not like given. It's just gonna turn me off a little bit. So I want that you as we're hanging out, and like I'm gonna love that part of you, but. In that, this is your opener. This is just you trying to get that first date. So,
Totally.
you know, you want to keep it pretty clean. That's why I also say, like, hating cargo shorts is totally legit and funny and you, but is it, like, one of the first things you want to give off? Because it's just, and to me, it's just any negativity, any whatever. I mean, think
Totally.
about you on a first date. Like, I don't know about you guys, but generally you kind of are your best version of yourself. You give off this very, like, and then they slowly get to know the animal that you are. But, but you know, you still want to present initial. And I get it. If you're a negative person, totally go for it. But there's ways to be funny and charming about it, and a way to kind of get it off in the right package.
Also, Reddit's prop, I will say, they're saying you're gross. I don't think so. I'm saying I agree with Lil Ash 100%. But
Yeah. And I don't think
you
it's
don't wanna
gross
turn
for
anybody-
you.
no. And also, third date, lick that fucking spoon, bitch.
Right,
Totally.
right.
That's a thing, like, for sure.
Yeah.
I only
Don't
describe my
hide
own
it.
relationship with mayo to say that, like, and it is totally comparable to the cargo shorts thing, because like I also obviously like whatever,
Love your
not
red
obviously.
prop.
I don't love cargo shorts either, but like, okay, Gideon's like best friend in the world, like only wears cargo shorts. And so then I just have like this sudden like, no, it's okay. Like, it's just like something you don't want to evoke like really strong, unless it's about something
Right.
like don't be a Trump supporter, but just something you don't want to suddenly
Yeah, I
be
get
like,
that as a
don't like the
fundamental
mayo,
thing.
or like don't hate my friend who only wears cargo shorts. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's just like
Well,
draws
maybe-
this line.
Maybe it's this. Think about when you have a crush on somebody and like the way you are to that person. You generally, most people, when they have a huge tongue out the mouth crush on somebody, they don't lead with I eat a big spoon of mayo, right? They kind of present a certain positive, like this ideal. And I'm not saying, and again, what it's funny because I almost want to say do the opposite in your photos. Present the full you in your photos, right? And a slightly idealized, but full you. You want full body shots. You want, you want the flattering angles, but even some slightly you just want it kind of you want the whole thing. But in the about me, I just think it's like, dude, really just kind of like no one wants to be bogged down by anything.
Big Nasty, Little Nasty says, it started quite the conversation. Isn't that what we're after with
It's
these?
true. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. And like also even
It's
Court
debatable. I think it's debatable for sure. And titties out, absolutely right age. Get them tits.
I honestly, oh
in
my
the
God,
face.
Creeper Sutherland. How about a pic of you licking a mayo spoon and then know what it is? Because honestly, I mean, maybe I would do that. I don't know if Lil Ash, that's your thing of just like I'm just like, of you looking
Yeah.
at-
Is there almost
Yeah.
and people being like, what you should do
it is a conversation. Same with the cargo shorts, so
But
it is
that's
a
not for everybody.
conversation
Yeah,
starter.
sure.
Then it's not a hater. You don't seem like a hater.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
seems like this is a funny. Neither like
And this is
it's
more
like,
of a
What are
personal
other
preference thing.
weird
I don't want to
things that you
see.
do, though?
I think there's
Yeah.
other people who would see somebody like being snippy and negative in their about me and be like, this is my kind of deal. I think for me, if I see a lot of negativity, I'm immediately red flagged out, right?
I can't believe we're like, take out the line about liking mayo, but put in a picture of yourself sucking on mayo. I think we're losing the thread here, guys.
No, okay, maybe don't do that. I just think
I love
like,
Tenacious
honestly,
D. The
relax.
mayo is more
You are-
divisive than the Trump thing to me. Or
See, here's the thing, Lil Ash. You are a big part of our community, so I feel like there are many, and I'm saying this in a nice way, like in a connection
Man, baby,
way.
thank you.
There are many, I'm sure, weird things that you do that aren't licking the spoon of mayonnaise. That are also that would start a conversation that wouldn't have someone immediately go like, if they're not into it. I think that like I'm into it, but again, I'm me and I'm not most people. So I do understand what they're saying about the mayo thing. But I do think that like we're the same type of weird if is such a great prompt to say something more about you. Cause I feel like even with this stuff, I want more of you.
Wow, the mayo thing is so divisive. We're losing the crowd. Everyone's
all right. I would love to get one.
Say now I'm pro mayo.
I would love to get one last person one of these kits. All right, so this perfect skin kit rather. So why don't we?
I want to keep the mayo.
Why don't we try to get rid of the mayo? It's sickening, and I like mayo.
Stop thinking about mayo and cargo shorts.
I like
you guys all watch
Burger
me
King
eat
Whoppers because they
mayo.
put mayo. I'm into mayo. I like mayo. Keep the mayo, says STRYX. And they're sponsoring this show.
Keep the mayo, damn it.
Awesome. All right. All right.
We got Carl Satan. We got to find Carl Satan.
I'm gonna name which one? Carl. What's your name in the thing?
Carl Satan is Haley.
Just sweet.
Okay, I got you, Haley.
Haley.
Okay, I got you, Haley. I think I got you, Haley. Yeah, I got you, Haley. All right, let's do you.
Unbelievable.
All right, Haley.
Oh,
Your note says intentionally vague. I love you. All right, so that's interesting. Here we go. Guys, this is so much fun. I hope we get to do a bunch more of these. Like I
love this.
I would do this like regularly. I absolutely love this.
I would do this with you guys every week. And also, I just want to emphasize to everyone who has gone tonight, like all of you are extremely funny, extremely hot,
so
extremely
great.
sexy. Like exude and whatever things we nitpicked about, you all exude like fantastic personalities. Like I want to hang out with all of you.
Out the gate, everybody's been killing it. All right, Haley, what do you got for us? And what is this? Is this Tinder? I don't even know.
Haley is an archaeologist.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit. Yes.
I love it. Haley, I love Bumble. Okay, cool. This is interesting. I love seeing different online dating profiles setups as well. Haley, I enjoy long walks in the woods, love animals, live music, and traveling. My basics. We've got a workout, Virgo, graduate degree, social, agnostic, liberal. There you go. The chick ticks off the boxes.
You went to FSU? When'd you go to FSU?
Oh, you went to FSU?
Wait, Carl Satan, I knew this about you. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up the fact that your name is Carl Satan and not Haley, and I'm mixing up the
We'll get along if you don't take yourself too seriously. I like that. I like that sentiment for sure. Nice. Full body shot. That's what you need. My zombie apocalypse plan is dying almost immediately. Very fun. So this also asks you questions.
Great, me too.
Nice beach pic too. I'm a real nerd about nature. Is that supposed to say nature? That might be a problem immediately. That you spelled nature wrong. That might turn me off. But
or maybe nature is something we don't know about.
Maybe it's a thing.
How's Savannah? Lex and I always talk about moving to Savannah. Oh, it's a deep YouTube cut. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, good. Another full body shot, same kind of.
I'm watching nature. I remember nature.
Okay. Haley's location, Savannah. All right, then we've got Spotify. I love that they link the top artists: Doja Cat, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, Haim, Ashnika, Britney Spears, Childish Gambino, Fleetwood Mac, SZA, Billie Eilish. We could definitely hang out. That's for sure. And I think that's it, right? All right, so.
But you said you kept it vague on purpose. Now, do you mind if I ask, like, is it just because you're not comfortable sharing more about yourself?
Yeah,
because job thing.
I think that also, what are you looking for, and what have you gotten so far? Those are definitely also important, because I would say my one big note out the gate: I enjoy long walks in the woods, animals, music, traveling. Way too basic. I am kind of bored immediately, right, with that. Like, I want more specifics.
I don't know. I was gonna say I like that it's just like a this, and this.
This is who I am. Okay.
But also add more specifics. Like, I don't know how long this little part is supposed to be, but I like my first question would be like, where's your favorite place you traveled to? You know, like,
yeah, like where?
Do you have
just
pets?
so you guys know, Carl Satan says, I hate sharing about myself. I don't know what to say.
Let's help you with that.
Well, tell me what to say.
All right, you do pretty well, so that's a good start. And I think that's because largely your pictures are great, right? Like, can we
Pictures
agree?
are great, and also
Fire.
everything about you,
First
your
picture,
job.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
What's the job? What's
All
the
of
job
it.
again?
Archaeologist.
So
tell us more about
I want to
that.
know so much more
Tell
about
me
you.
more.
God, I want to know more
I am
about
Indiana
you.
Jones. It's just what you
Tell
picture.
me.
Yeah.
Because you
I
don't even
find
have to
dinosaurs.
say. Has archaeology led to travel? Is that
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because then you could
Right.
just tell me where you've traveled. Now I know you like to travel. You know.
Also, Entrapment says the YouTube misfiring
Agreed.
reference is risky.
100%
might
agreed.
be too much of an inside joke for a dating profile.
100%
I
agreed.
do kind of agree.
We're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
very relevant here. We're all very with it, obviously.
I
and
immediately
we didn't
thought
get it. I'm just kidding. We're
this
not
person
with
does
it.
not care enough. They can't even spell nature right. Like they clearly just like, just quickly, unless you like give off after saying nature something in parentheses or something that it's like a reference. Like, it just feels to me like you rushed this and you don't actually really give a fuck.
And I love a deep cut, but like I feel like a Simpsons deep cut, Jackie Daytona, like a deep cut that's a little bit of a bigger
Right.
swath.
And I will also say that's the place where you talk about being a fucking archaeologist.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a real nerd about like, talk about what do you do? Where do you work? How do you be an archaeologist? In my brain, like, I don't like, this brings me back to, it was Entrapment, right? Honestly, that is talking about this when the rocket scientist thing was like, wait a second, are you an actual rocket scientist?
Right.
Say it, like, I want to know more about you being an archaeologist.
Yes.
I maybe lead with this, and maybe I'm just like glasses and red lipstick, but I maybe lead with this picture.
Oh, you just hard?
I'm
I
soft.
love the-
You
no,
can you can come over here and
I
check.
love the first one. I love the lava lamp. I love the plants.
Okay.
I love the first one.
I'm cool with it.
How chill it is.
I'm good with
I
it.
think
Yeah,
it's so
everyone's
good. They're all
asking
very
for
good.
work pictures. You have work pictures. I would almost replace this beach picture with the work picture. I like the beach picture. It's like I'm at the beach, but you wearing sunglasses. You're covered up. I don't know. I feel like we could go with something better here. For
you
sure.
have a huge draw right away, and yeah, I like the intro in terms of like I like this, and this, but I do want more details. Like you have cats.
Hey,
awesome.
that's my
How many
name.
cats?
Thank you so much for the $50 for all the chat hotties and the hot hosties. Team Jackie 15 kisses, whatever at checkout. It's whatever at checkout. I got $2. All I got was $2 this month. Everyone's going Jackie 15. But anyways, yeah, I think that's great. What else to say? All right.
Carl Satan said the beach pic was for tits, and I
get that.
respect.
I get that.
Get it completely.
I wonder if we could
think
get
that
a
there's
better
gotta be a
tits.
way-
I wonder if we could get a better tits
Honestly,
picture.
dude, Carl Satan, take the picture, do another one again. Glasses, dark lit with a titty.
Yeah.
Do that picture, but with a little bit more tit in it. And a little, like, because I love the demure look on your face. I love a little bit of like coaxing.
Uh-huh.
I love that picture. Just add a little bit more tit in it. Put the two pictures into one.
And I'm just getting, I like this picture, yeah, with the butt forward picture, right? I like that. It's cheeky.
Love butt forward. I
Love that
really
picture.
enjoy the butt
I'm watching
forward.
too much Love Island UK, but it's cheeky. And you're
It
going to
is
get a
cheeky,
bit of a
but then I don't
snog.
But then I don't know
For
if
the
you
last
need-
2 weeks, Holden is all British slang.
Yeah, British
It really
slang
is.
for grafting. That's the weird one, is dating or like trying to hook up with chicks or like trying to hit on girls is called grafting. You groftina.
I would say I don't think the picture you have pulled up.
Yeah.
You don't need that picture.
I don't think you need that.
If
Well,
you're
we just have too many of them.
I say the butt.
There's
Yeah.
3.
Ass picture, yes.
Yeah, butt
that
forward.
Picture, no.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3. I don't think you need this one, and we don't need this you standing in the mirror. Like we've got too many.
But
I'd say
like
cut
that
at least
you're showing
one.
your whole body.
Yes,
A
love the full
plus,
body shot.
Showing the whole
Yeah.
body.
Absolutely
A+.
love that. And love that you guys do it. And I feel like it's night and day from back when we were reviewing dating profiles like years ago, like where it was all not that. And I'm almost telling people now, I'm like, you almost don't need as many full body shots, which is like a crazy note to me to have to give because they used to be so different. The other thing
think it's also because like it is like it's so hard to show your full body
Yeah.
if you're not confident about your full body. And I'm
Sure.
saying this as someone who is not. It's a very scary, it is a very vulnerable thing to do. And I'm so proud that all of these profiles have
You just
so
have
many
to.
full body
It's
shots,
so
'cause fuck
necessary.
that, dude.
Well, let's get it
Definitely.
because then we just know what we're getting completely in every way. But you're hot, so like you have no issues there. But I would
Yeah.
say, and the about
And
me
Slime
is
Gang,
the
I do wanna
issue.
say,
Oh, wait,
Slime
go on.
Gang says, from our first meeting, you're so fun and interesting, and I'm not seeing enough of your
Totally.
personality here.
So-
no offense at all. Like you have so much potential to expand on who you are and what you
Slime
like.
Gang, maybe you could-
seem like cool as shit.
Slime Gang, maybe you could go. So what can you go into more detail, Slime Gang? Like what was so fun and interesting to you? Because I think we need a little of that because I don't think Carl understands that about themselves, right? And I see that here. I enjoy long walks in the woods, love animals, live music, and traveling. This is like this is immediate like Boro Snoro for me, right? So I would say live music, let's start there. There's got to be more specifics there. Live music could be so many fucking things. You could like
Archaeology.
and then
Yeah.
well I mean the
Walk it in there.
the archaeology stuff I want to get there too, but what kind of live music do you like, Carl?
Yeah,
Say something
my favorite live show ever was this.
Was
or
this.
I'll always
Yes.
I've seen this band so many times.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. Like
I've
what
seen
live
Rez
music?
15 times or whatever.
When we first met and talked
For
a
example.
lot about page 7 and how we got to listening, and then I asked about her job because I was so interested. So yeah, everyone wants
Yes.
more archaeology.
So few people have a cool job.
That's such a
Like,
cool job. Like
yes.
yeah, for sure. Even if you don't think it's cool to us. We want and we
Yes.
want and you know what is cool about it. So
Yes.
give us that for sure, right?
And I would also slap I mean, I know again that maybe I'm
By Red H.
I'm hitting the same nail, but it's like I think saying the hail yourself, like throwing all those little things.
Yeah, anything like that.
Explain more because like obviously archaeology, cool as shit. I think that you should include some more of that. But also, I get nothing of what you like to do when you're
Mhm.
not bones. So like what because that's what I know about archaeology. I know it's not just bones, but I think that is a great opportunity to like talk about favorite book, favorite movie of all time. Like, don't talk to me while I'm watching XYZ, things like that. Like even just something cheeky.
Yeah, I
But
want
know You
more.
don't have a lot of space though, because
Yeah.
in these kind of ones, you don't have a lot of space to say it. So utilize that space. But Carl Sagan has been saying they're not good at talking about themselves.
Yeah.
So I think nailing down the like, okay, when you first meet a person, what do you want them to know about you immediately? I know that sounds so fucking basic, but like for me, I love doing laundry. I hate unloading the dishwasher. I feel like that even like that in of itself, things that you do in your day-to-day life that you love to fucking do. What is a quintessential like, oh, that's so Haley.
Yes.
Right.
That should be there.
That's so hey.
And has your
So
job
Haley.
into the future. I can
has
see
your
ya.
job pushed you
Yeah,
to
Jay.
has your job pushed you to travel? Like, has your job led to a lot of travel? Because if those two things are connected, I need to know about that. That's so interesting.
Yes.
Regardless, traveling is so vague. Whenever I see that on someone's profile, I'm like, dude, come on. You got to give me specifics. Like, what do you mean by traveling? Everyone says fucking traveling. Everyone says bike rides. Everyone says traveling. Everyone says live music. Everyone loves fucking animals. What animals do you like? What live music? Okay, so
My
it's
favorite
intentionally
trip.
Yeah,
vague.
intentionally vague.
Interesting.
But I do
It's-
also
yeah.
love Ren 930 said, I think a thing I like is when people want to learn things together. Like, I could teach you, or you could teach me, but learning together is fun. Of like, hey, teach me about what, like, something that you would love to learn about, if maybe someone knows something. And I also love Queefer Sutherland said, maybe ask your friends for feedback, let them gas you up and give you ideas. Go out with your bitches or your bros or whomever, get them a drink and be like, okay, look at this. What about me is fucking awesome that I should put in this? Because I did the same fucking thing, man. Like doing this, except in a much smaller scale of like, look at this. Does this seem like me?
STRYX, I was just going to say, have a friend fill out the bio. And I think that's, exactly. I agree all across the board. Jackie as well. I would just say, Carl, you keep saying intentionally vague. First of all, are you just trying to get it in?
Carl also said, no, y'all are right, though.
I know, right? Are you it makes a huge difference. Are you just trying to get it in? Or are you really trying to find somebody you could like see on the long term, or both? And then on top of that, who's getting on top of you? No, on top of that, like why intentionally vague, other than like it's a safety thing, it's a defensive thing, and you could actually share more. I like to get it in, but I'd also love to meet someone. That's what I figured. We need more. Because if I'm intrigued, man, but like I'm not getting it enough here.
And there are ways. I'm remembering now on my OkCupid profile, not that I was good at it or had success, but like one of my prompts was like, I spent a lot of time thinking about, and my thing was how many cloves of garlic to put in. And like, it was and it said nothing about me, but I really liked all the responses that I got, because people would be like, always put in more garlic cloves. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like a little thing, like it actually, like, it's nothing about me, but it's just like this little way to be like, oh, you cook. Oh, you cook and you like a lot of garlic. You like to put it like,
yes.
And so little, like, to go on Jackie's thing of like little things that aren't like, this is all about me. I feel self-conscious talking about myself, but like, little things that do resonate with you that might resonate with somebody else, where it's not just about you, but it is about something shared,
Right.
Then also I found out when I first started dating Jeff, who I did not meet on Tinder, but his Tinder profile, one of the few things it had was a quote from Deep Blue Sea. And he didn't even say it was from Deep Blue Sea. And I was like, that's a Deep Blue Sea quote. And that made me wet. Because it was a Deep Blue Sea quote. Again, says a lot about me, but there's little ways that you can explain more about, like you're saying, MJ, little ways to say more about yourself, where you don't have to get too into your life and who you are, because I get wanting to be vague. I do understand that.
I get it, but sometimes is it like, are you being too vague because that's like the easier thing to do, or are you being too vague, super thought out and intentionally, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at, right? Like,
D-Boy just said, I matched with someone in the past based on them saying they love a good pen.
Yes.
It's the little,
like little things.
Totally.
And I think I think you're a little afraid to put yourself out there, and I just want to say to you right now, like, you are so interesting and you are so valuable, and you can you are so worth it. Like, put yourself out there. You've got it. And the vagueness is the only thing holding you down. So like, definitely get a little more across. I want to know what shows you go to, and maybe that's part of it. Like, I based off of this, I'm like, what shows? What do you mean? So maybe that's going to cause me to hit you up, but I don't know, man. It's going to be the difference between, like, if you want to just keep getting, like, little hits and hookups, and if you want to actually get a hit on someone that's, like, really going to be someone who's going to, like, go for the long run, right? I think that's maybe the difference. If you're just – that's why I asked. If you're just looking for hookups, maybe this is fine. But I think if you're looking for long run – I think you got to get a little bit more, and more
nuggies that someone would ask you questions about.
Yeah, just something that gets a conversation going. Because even for fucking, like, it's just something that gets somebody talking to you. I always rolled my eyes doing OkCupid when it was like bike rides, generally just saying traveling, generally just saying live music, or I like everything but country is just it's the right. That's the age old one, right?
Zombie apocalypse plan is dying almost immediately.
That's great.
Yes,
that's my
hilarious.
little nugget. That's like the
Extremely
tiny nugget.
And extremely relatable. And whoever, just like the garlic thing, it's like whoever that resonates with is like, oh my God, me too. I also don't have any skills. You know, like this immediate opening.
I that's gonna get you the conversations, and then, but also like I want to throw it out to people in general. If you're just here for hookups, it's one thing, right? And there's definitely an approach. If you're really looking for someone to date on the long term, if that person's really into you, at midnight they're going to go on your profile and look at everything again and pick everything apart just like we did, right? If they're really crushing on you, and that's exactly what I did, right? Like I had a huge crush on one of the girls. Like I went on to their I like memorized their fucking profile. So think of it that way. Like somebody who's really hot on you that you're really hot on, they are going to be picking this thing apart just like we are.
Stare at it.
Stare at it. And you're going to want them to. So like what is going to make them happier to stare at it, and what is going to be like traveling? Well, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? Like what is that what is that? All right, well, I think we got to close it out. This has been amazing. I hope we get to keep doing this because I want to pitch this to Netflix.
I love this. I love it.
This.
And I like how, I hope that your guys' experience was that it was all from love, you know. I know that that it's fun to shit on people's profiles, and there's people who do that, but this was, I hope, a building up experience because you all are hot as
this was such a good showing of our community too. I just can't believe how great everybody looks.
Maybe we could get people laid while doing this.
That's what I'm hoping.
It's always been my goal.
I want to hear good feedback. _Silas is going to be hooking everybody up we reviewed today with this perfect skin kit. So just hopefully you get I believe a whisper from him or something. We're trying to keep track of everybody that got one. I mean, it's a great deal. Everybody who got reviewed got a fucking $100 worth of cosmetics today. So check that out.
I mean, hopefully Silas will let us do this again because we have so many.
I love this. This was so much fun. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Here's some really fun, sexy music, and
ew, is it the weird slow?
You're gonna lose all your credibility, Holden. No one wants to fuck.
Take care, everybody.
Love
this is
you,
some royalty-free rock and roll, so we can export it to YouTube. Good night, everyone. Who do we raid? I'm gonna raid somebody, chat. So stick with me for just a second. Skulkers.
Oh no, Skulkers.
We got it. No, I'm not gonna raid Flexing Seal. All right, let's do Skulkers. Please stick around for Skulker stream. It's an awesome music stream with, I believe,
Skulk is the best.
I believe with Betsy Winchester, our lovely friend who was a part of Murderfist for a while. So stick around for the Skulk stream. Have a good night, everybody. We love you guys. Take care. This was so fun. Thank you, STRYX. Everyone, check out STRYX. Whatever at checkout, or I guess Jackie15 at checkout. It's the best. I love this company, and I love their products, and I rarely say that about a lot of companies or products. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning for my gaming stream, and Jacob with the Holdies on Thursday. We got it all. Or on Friday, we got it all. See you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
See you later. Enjoy the raid. Stick around for the raid. Help me impress my friend with the raid. Hey, Production AI. Thank you. Oh, Betsy looks great.
Thank you so much, Holden. Thank you. I hope